Piper.
Alright, what's up guys? It is Mr. Gay 75 here today. We're live on the other channel again. Every Sunday, we're back here every Sunday once, just watching stuff or just talking about anything at this point. That's what it is at this point. This whole channel here. Just talk about anything and anything stuff related, so other than gaming and such. I mean, we could still talk some gaming, but this is the place where it is here. So anyways, how's everyone doing tonight? I see we got Eric Cartman in the chat, we got Antonio Lopez in here, and we got Sneaky and Alfredo. How you guys doing? So Eric Cartman, any updates on Mario Kart? Nothing? No time trials? Like somebody got like 6.7 seconds off on some track, I forgot which one. Well, I put this one up in case if Zach ever comes along, so that's right there. So we can always just go back to that easily. And if anybody's wondering about what song I was playing, this is it right here from SpongeBob. Andy Anorak. It's one of the production music for the Squirrels episode, like Squirrel Jokes. That's where it came from. So that's where this exact song was used for. Anyways, we can watch anything right now or just talk about some stuff before we get right on ahead of anything right now. You're disappointed from the Splatfest? Me too. I thought we were going to win. But all of a sudden, Fry just wins, which is... let me go type it in. Let's do Raiders. We could take a look at this stuff. Like, look at this. Everyone's posting on Reddit. How did Fry even win? How does Fry even win? Look at this. That's supposed to be all tactics. Tactics, you get everything included. But look at this. So, of course, Fry got first right here. Second over there. We got third. We got first on votes. And Open, they got a lot. We were in second place. Pro, they got a lot. We were third place. And for Tricolor, a lot of people played with Fry and Tricolor. And we were in second too. And this is what we end up with. That is just so terrible, bro. I'm not gonna lie. From July 10th to July 12th. I wonder if there's gonna be more Splatfests happening, but Raiders is next week, by the way. Hello there, Antonio. How you doing? Tricolor was the difference maker. Yeah. As you can see, like, a lot of people play for Tricolor for power for some reason, other than the other modes. Like, nobody didn't want to do Open. Now I see why Matt didn't really see much of power, because none of them were even playing in Open, and a lot of them were playing in Pro and Tricolor, which pretty much explains the reasoning behind this stuff now, and why Matt saw too many tactics over and over and over again. So that pretty much explains the reasoning to that for Open. Because I was in Open, I did Pro before in the past Splatfest, but it's rare now for me because I rarely touch that. And you got Tricolor, which, I sometimes do. but that's another rarity for me. But that's crazy. We only got yellow on votes. We won the votes by far. Yeah, by 40.97%. We win by votes. Because with tactics, you get everything. Speed, power, and all that stuff. If not more. Because you get a whole lot of stuff like that. I don't know how we're going to end up losing like this, so that begs the question. And not much people played. We didn't get that much conch shells. We didn't get that much for pro. They got 33 over here, 33 over there, 82 and 46. Tricolor, we were in second place. That's strange. Like, Fry's team was getting all the conch shells all of a sudden, huh? That is strange, I'm not gonna lie. We could have, that would have been on, well, pretty much Speed could have ended up winning all of a sudden, but this should be falling onto tactics though, and I'm not gonna lie. That's actually crazy. Look at this. Look at this person is Spook. This is a really close Splatfest. What? Fry Truthers stand up. Literally the last thing I expected. Team Power, we won. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I fully expect to lose given how things were going. Bro, we barely even ran into those people. Well, I mean, this is a rare Fry W for her. Like, she rarely even wins, but still. That is the worst way to get out on the Splatfest. We won at halftime and then just got dog water on the final time. Exactly. As soon as I saw the halftime, we were doing pretty well on Saturday because I wanted to join back, but I was at a party. So, at that point, I was like, man, let me see today if I could do it, but too many things, man. Like, too many things I gotta do. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. Especially when I gotta deal with rusted things. Rust is just terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Pisses me off, but I still have to deal with it regardless. Dang, look at this. On Twitter, Fry went from 0 point defeating during the Splatfest, Island Splatfest, to winning the Splatoon Raiders Collab Splatfest. Oh, of course you got logging, those pesky. You played until you reach ruler, then you was done. Also, the Fall Guys songs are copyrighted. You mean for the reaction ones like this, for example? Actually, well, not True Pringles, the other. Well, the other ones that you send to me, I would say, yeah. In fact, we should watch this. But before we get to that, something like that's like the I think that was what it is. No, it's the game song was copyrighted. The game songs. So you've been so this whole time the songs I've been playing for my stream, those are copyrighted, but yet I never got hit by them. Probably later on, if it ever happens, then I'll just fix that out. Well, that actually sucks if that's the case. Like, that really sucks, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm gonna keep getting hit by that stuff every time like this. Damn it, yeah, it sucks, bro. Vicvillian play for Speed. Yo, I was gonna get rated by Zach Scott Games if I were to actually play on Saturday, but turns out I did not because I was at a party. I probably might get rated by him. This has over 1 million subscribers. Splatoon Raiders, yeah, this thing already ended. Like, let's check the calendar. We got till next week Thursday to get Raiders. It drops at 12 a.m. in the morning on Thursday. So here's my plan. Once it drops at 12 a.m., I'm thinking about just doing a stream for just 2 hours and then I head to bed for, like, you know, Thursday. Like, on Wednesday, no stream on this day, and then the stream will be on Thursday like that. This is just to get ready for, you know, Splatoon Raiders, because that's when it drops. I wonder how long it's going to take to be, like, Splatoon Raiders. Well, nobody knows. What? Nah, you can't be serious. 10 to 15 hours to complete? want to attack hardest, it could be 20 to 30 hours. Your message didn't go through for some reason. Probably it's lag. We still see you here right now. Probably the person gets the money from the stream. Oh yeah, that is true. Because if I play, yeah, you're right. If I play the song and it gets copyrighted, then the person who owns the song don't get money from the stream. Which you're right about that, Sneaky. So therefore, it's best if I don't play the song audio at all. Otherwise, everybody's gonna have to go to use Stream Elements so they can donate to me like that. Because that is the only way to get around this kind of a thing. Where you play, like, you know, all this kind of audio stuff, this and that, here and there. Like, that's the only way to get around this. Do the hard mode? No, bro. No, bro, ain't no way. I'm just do easy, because there was a time I went straight into a hard mode game. It was good for the first half until things got worse. I was like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. No, I don't think so, bro. We could just start with easy, then we just go to the other modes like that and see how that goes. But you guys can also join me online. Or I'm a coward? What? That's cap. That's all cap, bro. That's literally cap. There's no way. I mean, I'll take it on, but not on the first try at the start of the game, so... You don't have plans on getting raiders. Oh. Wait, what are you getting this year, Antonio? You're getting like, Wait, you already have Star Fox? In fact, you wanna know what I have not played in a while on this channel? This game right here. You're doing it on the first try? Well, good luck on that one, Sneaky. That's gonna be crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty much just the same basics as usual when playing Splatoon, so that shouldn't be a problem. As you all can see, July 2nd is when the game dropped. This game, I haven't really played as much on the channel. It's only between one of those streams where I play Fall Guys and this game, this and that. You mentioned it got through again? Wait, try to type something else, like... I don't know, there's nothing going on in the settings and everything on YouTube on this channel, so you're not blocked or anything, so I don't know what's happening. Probably just YouTube doing its own thing, like censoring your message. I'm not sure, I don't even know what's happening though, because you're not banned or anything, so you're fine. You put it all in message? Wait, what are you talking about? Imagine this game actually comes with a Switch, which I highly doubt. I don't think why they'll ever drop this on the Switch. Like, look, you can get on PC, iOS, Android, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S, like that. Show all messages. Oh, hello there, Psycho. I see you right there. Wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. I put it on live chat. It said top chat for some reason. That's what it's, usually set to. It's all typically set to that kind of a thing. You watched Marco World's craziest item update. They buff. Crap. Hold on, let me see this.
Right now.
Hold on, how I just watch this on YouTube?
Summer savings event.
Hold on, let me fix this.
Mattresses starting at just $6.99. Plus
a new up.
Let me watch this on YouTube, because watching this on Bing is weird.
You'll still have.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know how anyone could just watch that on Bing. Oh, shoot. Okay, cool, this is it. It's just what I needed. Training video? Yo, that's long. Alright. I guess we could watch half and half, if anything. In fact, Could you just apply for copyright free for this channel and the main should keep it there? Copyright free content and stuff like that? How does... there should be like an option where I just get through something like that. I could try.
But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Come on.
Renter's insurance, that's less than
Why is it even like all these ads?
simpler too.
A new
God damn. Hey, what's up, Zach? I see you, bro. Alright, so here's the plan. Now that Zach is here, we're gonna watch this. Then we're gonna watch the one that Psycho has. And then afterwards, we watched the Resident Evil video, which I have already set up there. This is if you come back, so I just set that up. Since you're still under 500 subs for this channel, finally you can use this again. Yeah, that works.
update has arrived for Mario Kart World. We are now on version 1.7.0, and this is a pretty big update with a lot of changes. So let's look at the update notes and see what they've changed. This update is on June 30th, 2026, and the last update was over 3 months ago, which is the biggest gap between updates. That was the one where the item distribution got changed so that front running got better and bagging got worse. This time, we're starting with new content. Drill Rally and Boomerang Rally have been added to Knockout Tour. I've talked very much in the past about how it's crazy that there are only 8 rallies that you can play in Knockout Tour. Now it's 10, but look at that. There are 6 more coming. We don't know when, but this is very exciting. Drill Rally and...
Well, you said the last 3? Since you're still under 500 subs for this channel, and you can finally use this again. Wait, apply for the copyrighted free for this channel, and the main should keep it there? That's what I could actually do that for this channel if I just... Wait, that should be possible. That should be possible. I could just actually do that. You got Star Fox Day 1, paid a little more, but it was worth it. The demo was not bad, but I just need to get better when it comes to flying the aircraft itself. Like, I'm really so rusty at that stuff, I'm not gonna lie. You sure it came at the right time, Zach? So right now we're gonna watch this. Let's get it.
In Bowser's Castle, and Boomerang Rally ends in Whistle Stop Summit. 2 fan favorite tracks. This is awesome, very much needed, and I'm excited for more to come. We'll talk more about this later. When you are using photo mode on the pause menu, you can now add stickers. So here is what the old photo mode used to look like, and this is what the new photo mode looks like. They've actually added more controls and changed some of the old controls, which is really annoying for me trying to adjust to taking photos now because I'm so used to pressing the plus button to make the icons go away, and now that takes me into sticker mode. But yes, out of any of the stickers that you have unlocked, you can put them on screen, change their size, rotate them. I don't think I'll be doing much with this, but see what you can come up with. Maybe you'll love this. This is really interesting. It raised the acceleration performance of characters and vehicles that had low acceleration. I made a few comparisons for this. Bowser on the Stellar Sled is the lowest acceleration combo. And as you can see, there's a pretty big difference before versus after the update. It used to feel so sluggish trying to move after getting hit. But now, accelerating up to full speed is 0.7 seconds faster. There are mushroom shortcuts that save 0.7 seconds, so this is a significant buff. And it's not just for the heaviest combos. I tried one that isn't even that low on acceleration, and with this combo, starting from a full stop back up to full speed saves about 0.3 seconds. Those were my quick acceleration tests, but now I want to say thank you to It's Manu for showing me a more comprehensive look at the updated acceleration stats. But before we look at this one, I first want to show you the charts from before the update, and I know this is a lot of stuff. We're just going to look at the dark red line. So for example, this point up here means that if you have 0 acceleration, such as Bowser on the Stellar Sled, then it would take almost 3 seconds to accelerate up to full speed. The light red line is for if you use a charge jump boost to help you accelerate, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So the lowest acceleration used to take almost 3 seconds, and the highest acceleration used to take almost 1 second to accelerate to full speed. One interesting thing happening here was that every step of acceleration that you gain was not doing too much until you get to level 8, and suddenly acceleration is helping a lot, and you get diminishing returns once again. So having acceleration around 8 to 10 was very strong.
Okay.
Now, this is the updated chart
It's not
with
bad
less
right
information
here
on
with
it.
this.
And as you can see, the acceleration milestone went away, and now it's mostly a straight line, still with diminishing returns. However, if you look up here, it's taking the lowest acceleration combo around 2.3 seconds to accelerate to full speed, which is much better than before. And as it turns out, most acceleration stats are now accelerating faster than before, which means almost every combo has gotten buffed, but the lower acceleration you have, the more your combo has been buffed. Now, buffing the heavyweights is nothing new, and in the last update, Nintendo actually increased the invincibility time for the heavyweight combos. It's no secret that heavyweights really struggle in this game because of their acceleration and also a little bit because of their handling. Unlike with invincibility, I think making their acceleration better is a significant buff. And I can tell you right now, the lightweights are still better. There's just one thing about this though, which is that heavyweights have always been really, really good in Knockout Tour. And it's possible that we see heavyweights become even more dominant now.
See, this is why I play as Rosalind for
Speaking
that
of buffing the
purpose.
heavyweights, raised the gliding speed of characters that had high speed, and that of some other characters and vehicles. Kind of confused about that second part, but I did a little test. I did it on a short glider, and before the update, everyone moved at the same speed on gliders. Honestly, there was not really any reason for this, that's just the way it was. But now, if you have a higher speed stat, you will actually move faster. There are not a lot of gliding sections in this game, but I did check out one of the longest gliders in the game, and the Bowser does creep up on the swoop here. It's not a significant difference, and I don't think this change is that important. It makes sense, but it's not going to be a big difference. Another thing that sort of holds back the heavyweights is their speed on rails, as every combo moves at the same speed on rails. I think if Nintendo made faster combos move faster on rails, that would definitely buff them, but I can see why they're not doing it, because otherwise maybe jumping from one thing to another doesn't work exactly how it's supposed to, because every combo has a different speed. Made it so the player can hop right away after being hit by Kamek's Magic or Bullet Bill. I can't believe they made this change. So in the past, whenever Kamek comes by and transforms you, you will tilt to the side and be unable to drift or trick for a short period of time. And especially on turns, this can really mess you up. Same thing would happen if you get bumped by a Bullet Bill. Bullet Bills don't hit you, they instead bump you and have the exact same effect. Now, there's actually one more way that this can happen, and that is when you attach to a wall and then immediately go onto the ground. You will tilt and be unable to trick or drift for a short period of time. Now let's take a look at what it's like after the update. Thank you to Wampirosa for recording this. As you can see, after getting hit by the Kamek, you can immediately drift again. The most famous Kamek spot is the Airship Fortress Spiral because it is such a long, sharp turn. And now, as you can see, it still is bad. It puts you on a bad line, but you're not completely stuck to the right wall now. You can still go back to a good line, and this makes it much less damaging. Thank you, April Shade, for sharing this clip, where if you jump up to here, you can often get that little wall tilt, but then you're still able to trick now after the update. Right here, if you get a little bit of a wall attach right there, before going onto the ground, that would make you unable to trick in the past, but now you can trick immediately. I'm really surprised that they made this change. Now, don't get me wrong, I like this change because it's really annoying when this happens to me, but I feel like it was intentionally designed into the game, and maybe they just realized people dislike this so much that they'll just get rid of it. Adjusted conditions where the player can do a jump boost by shaking the controller when racing on top of the water. Oh, and by the way, jump boost means trick. That's the official name.
By shaking the whole controller.
So in case you didn't know, you can trick by hitting the R button or by doing a shake with the controller. They usually give you the same kind of trick, but sometimes it's easier to hit certain tricks with R and certain tricks with shaking. I'm not going to go too deep into it right now, but the way that it works on water has always been a little bit different. Picking between a shake trick and an R trick when you're in the water has always been very important. Because when you shake trick, it always gets you the trick at the highest point,
shaking the whole controller for that purpose.
And that can help you if you're trying to get more airtime. And this actually can be used to combo into more water tricks, because if you trick at the highest point, that means you will bounce more when you land in the water again, allowing you to get even more tricks. So a common combo that you would see in shallow water is when you come down from a big jump, you do a shake trick, another shake trick, and then an R trick the moment you land back in the water. And this is pretty much the only way to consistently get 3 tricks. But for some reason, this has been changed, and now if you try to do the same thing, the first shake trick will work, but the second one will not. And so trying to get this triple trick is, in my opinion, not really worth going for now. I would just go for 2 tricks. You can still shake trick the first one. This change is interesting, and I don't know why they would make this change because I didn't think there was a problem in the past. Most serious players just shake trick when it's better, and most casual players just don't even know the difference, and it doesn't even matter that much. Also, just adjusted conditions. Maybe there's more to this I don't understand. Next up, adjusted behavior after landing on rivals and made it so the dash time after landing is longer. This is usually called a head bounce, where you land on somebody's head, bounce on it, and you get a speed boost, but it's not a big speed boost, and most of the time this is just bad for you. It happens unexpectedly and can send you off the track. Nintendo had already made an update where head bounces don't send you quite as high, which was nice because disasters happen less often. And here's what it looks like now. Thank you to Capsule for
really
making
do
this
that
look.
kind of
As
thing,
you can
head
see,
bounce.
the boost here lasts an extremely long time. That's actually longer than a mushroom boost. That's crazy. So maybe head bounces are good now. Made it so that the player can stop a slipstream when braking before the slipstream starts. So a slipstream, also known as a draft, is when you stay closely behind another player, and if you do that for long enough, then you will build up a really big speed boost.
Yeah, that
in
I've
general,
done.
you want these speed boosts, but there can be times
That's like
when
on
you don't
Turbo
want it.
Tuesday.
Like if you are behind a red shell and you don't want to pass that player, or if just getting a speed boost will make you run into some hazard on the track. So this is strictly a good change because it just gives you more options, and if you didn't know about it, your life is exactly the same as before. Adjusted rate at which players can acquire items from item boxes in races and in Knockout Tour. Now this was a little bit confusing. I thought it had to do with the rate at which you can get items, but this was probably a poor translation. Remember, Nintendo is a Japanese game, so this can happen. Thank you, April Shade, for providing a different translation that says adjusted the probability of items obtained from item boxes in race and survival. Survival being Knockout Tour. This is one of the biggest changes, and you will immediately notice this when you race. As we all know, in Mario Kart, if you are in an
Shake
upper
trick has been a
position
thing
like
since Mario
first
Kart
place,
Wii.
then the items
I
that you
never
get
even
will be
shake
worse.
trick,
And
like,
if
I
you
always
are
just
in a
press the
lower spot,
buttons.
like last place, then you will get better items. But what this means is that
That's
some players
interesting,
will
though.
intentionally slow down at the beginning of the race in order to get better items.
What?
Because items like triple mushrooms and star
That's
are
shortcut.
pretty much guaranteed.
We all have
and you
to do
don't
this.
even have to slow down that much because it's the beginning of the race, so the players are very close to each other. Now, this is not always the best strategy. It's not necessarily a dominant strategy, but it is a good and viable strategy. And if just a
Back in-
couple of people do this, it's not really a big deal. You know, they're going for a different strategy. But if everyone starts doing this, that's pretty silly. Clearly, the items are overpowered. So what can be done about this?
This is a
well,
big problem
Nintendo
right here.
decided to just give everyone good
Dealing
items.
with these goobers.
Or bad items. Who knows? So in this example, I'm getting incredible items in first place. And if everyone else behind me got bad items, then obviously, like, I just win the race. But a lot of players in the top spots are now able to get items like triple mushrooms and single mushroom in top spots. And this is only at the beginning of the race. It's not like the entire item distribution is messed up. After a certain amount of time in the race, the item distribution goes back to normal. So this is specifically countering what I mentioned earlier, which is that at the beginning of the race, the players are so close together that the strategy called bagging, which is where you slow down to get better items, was a little too powerful. So one way you can think about this update is things have been more equalized. The players
So
at the
that's
bottom
how.
don't get items that are that good, and the players at the top get better
Indeed,
items.
Psycho.
And this equalizes the beginning
With
of
the
the race
bagging stuff,
so
it's
that
just
you're
been going
not
off. It's been
incentivized to stop at the
going
first
wild,
item
I'm
set.
not gonna lie.
And by the time the item
Oh, we got
distribution
Boshi.
returns to normal, too much time has passed, and the
That's
passive
just kinda
racers will have spread
bad.
apart a little bit. So if you want
In most
really good
cases.
items, you can still go get it, but you'll be so far behind that it's not overpowered. If I
Well, that's
describe
what I
it to you
try to
that
do
way, then this
on
sounds
Turbo Tuesday, where I
pretty
just try to,
fair
like, bag,
and
where I
really
just
good.
reverse back to the
But I
item
can also
box,
describe it to you a
and then
different
just try to
way,
go back
which is
at
that
it.
at the beginning of the race, everyone's items are completely random, and it doesn't matter what spot you finish the previous race in, because it's not going to matter what spot you start this race in, because everyone can get anything. And so if you don't get triple mushrooms at the start in first place, well, aren't you just now in a huge disadvantage? Now, I feel like both of these perspectives are a little extreme, and the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. I have not really played online races since the update, so it's hard to actually give an opinion about this right now. One thing I can say for sure is that this is going to incentivize going forward at the start instead of stopping.
Imagine being able to
Oh,
build
come
an app
on.
with your name on it. Just
Eagle
by thinking
Rider
about it.
Loop?
Meet Base 40.
And if that's Nintendo's goal, to fix the optics of
Yeah, bagging is
this,
cook, Alfredo.
then I would say that this has been a successful change.
So
But
still
is
possible
it going to feel
delayed?
too random, or will starting
Better off
in a
being
top spot
delayed
be
than
too
killed at this
overpowered?
rate.
I think it's going to take some time for players to decide
'Cause they're not gonna
whether or
keep
not
catching
they
up to us like
this
that
change. For me personally,
if it's
I
delayed.
think this is really weird.
Yo, what's
and
up, Silver?
also was a weird way to fix the problem, but we've never had this in previous Mario Kart games, so it's impossible for me to confidently just say, oh, this is bad, or this is good. I don't know, but I'm leaning optimistic towards this. While there are some tracks and some routes where
This is a-
my
this is
main
a whole
strategy
problem.
is to slow down and get triple mushrooms and star at the start, because it's just so guaranteed and safe, and I can choose exactly which shortcuts I want to take later without having anyone be able to stop my plan.
Bro, there's no
In
way.
reality, when I play against good players, this is not how it works. It's very hard to get those items at the start without waiting for too long, and ultimately having to do all of this is, in my opinion, a lot more luck-based than just driving forward. It may
Dude, I
work
was
out
tired,
really
yeah,
well,
from
or
that
I may
party.
get mushroom boosted and fall off the track. So in lobbies where this was actually a problem and the new update is trying to address it, I think it has addressed it. People are not going to be crowding the first item set and turning it into a casino. Going forward,
Literally.
it will still be a casino, but at least we're going forward. So how can
That's
I say for
just
sure
a
that
trip
that
in
would
the
be
entire
worse?
casino for
I think
when
it would
people do
probably be
this.
better, but only time will tell. As soon as I learned what was going on in this update, I went and found Denzo on X or Twitter. Thank you so much, Denzo. Let's translate this here if you want to read it, but I will tell you what's going on. So before I get into the item table, this is not necessarily completely correct because it was done on the first day of the update, and these are found through experimentation. We don't have access to the game code. But the way the item system seems to work is that from 1st to 5th place, here are the items that you can get in the first 20 seconds of the race. So we got some pretty normal stuff. Can't even get a coin in first. Interesting. But then we got triple mushrooms and boo. Okay, you can get this in first. Now, this doesn't
place.
mean every spot has the exact same probability.
Well, that's what you posted on the
Probabilities
community
are not
tab,
shown
Eric.
here, so maybe
This
first
exact
place
picture
is a
right
very
here.
low
This is what you
chance
actually
of getting a
posted
boo,
before.
but it has happened.
this is
Then in
where-
6th place to 24th place,
Because this is where you actually post this on community tab where we can all just read the stats and such. This is on like the other channel. So for everyone who's wondering, this is literally what you could get through 1st to 5th place and 6th to 24th place with bagging. It's still gonna be the same thing right here. It's a possibility you end up getting this stuff within the first 20 seconds of the race.
you can also get a star in addition to all the same items. All right, let's move on to the next table. This one is very interesting. So
20
this
to
is what you
25.
get between 20 and 25 seconds. It looks like pretty much the normal old item table with some things removed.
See, that's
There's
when-
no bullet, golden mushroom,
That's why I'll stay behind, just staying like 5th to 8th place like that to get all the good stuff.
or shock or mega mushroom. There's also some items here missing. I think it's hammer and bomb. Some items missing here. I'm not
Hammer,
really sure what
bomb?
they are, but it only lasts between 20 and 25 seconds, so this is probably not a big deal. Going on to the final item table, this is exactly the same as the old item table from before the update. After 25 seconds has passed in the race, you have normal items again. So it seems like the main purpose of this update was this table. For the first 20 seconds, all the spots are getting similar items with chances at really good ones and unlikely to get a star. All right, continuing, made it so that players can see the Super Horn a rival is holding. I love this change. Thanks, Nintendo. In the past, you could only see the items that other players were holding if it was an item that
The
you
next
could
table is
hit
a brief
if you ran
5-second
into it.
period.
So these were many trail attack items like banana and green shell, and also triple mushrooms because you can get
That's a
little
bad way
boost
for
from
Peach
it.
to go
But
out like
other
that.
than those, you could not see any items that anyone is holding, which was really annoying because the Super Horn is something you just cannot expect, and it just hits you. So the main counterplay to this is when you're in a top spot, if somebody clearly has an item but you can't see it, and
Yeah, they
they've been
are,
holding it for
Alfredo.
a while, it's
When it comes to
probably a
changes, you
Super
can see
Horn,
good
so
stuff.
just stay away from them.
Most of
But
the time.
now you can see when other players are holding a Super Horn. I managed to see this one time while playing the new Knockout Tour rallies, and Wampirosa so kindly posted an image of it. Now Nintendo, just please nerf the odds of triple red shells. Thank you. Added a ramp to the race that heads from Airship Fortress to Bowser's Castle.
A ramp?
That's so funny. When you drive from
What?
Airship Fortress to Bowser's Castle, there's this big lava section. And what's interesting about this is that it's not out of bounds. It acts like water, but it also hurts you because it's lava. So you actually can take a shortcut in here if
You can
have
literally
a
just
mushroom
become a
to
dry
avoid getting hurt.
example of
However,
yourself.
to get out of the lava, you have to do a charge jump. And with the timing of charging this and trying to charge while you're bouncing in the lava, often you just won't, and you will fall into the lava, which made this shortcut very annoying. But now they added ramps. 2 ramps. Wow,
Just
the
2
update note
ramps?
was a lie. So not only
should have
does
been
this
added
make
in
the
the first
mushroom
place.
version of the shortcut easier, but now you can also do this without a mushroom for a tiny little shortcut. I don't know if this is even going to be
They could've just
faster,
added there in
having
the
a
first
different
place.
cooldown when you touch the lava, but that's possible now. But I've already tested this before, and you're actually better off.
I'm gonna read this real quick. Changes are helpful sometimes. They do sometimes, and they don't. Yeah. Like, they should have added the ramp in the first place when, when they dropped this new cup. The new cups and all that. Speaking of RE4, you managed to beat your hardcore run a couple days ago. You managed to get 2 trophies and got an infinite rocket launcher for your professional run. Hey, that's what's up, Zach. So for all that, an infinite rocket launcher for your professional run? Dang. What the whole infinite rocket? That is actually wonderful. But yeah, crazy though. Like, golly. Playing OW? They should have added this during the intermissions in the first. Yeah, they should have added that. I don't know why they just had to hold back and then now added this new update. Like, if they know very well they should have added in the first that they should just do it right, do so before dropping that update, you know what I mean, right? If they were to do that, then that would have been better. That they could just add a whole bunch of other new things just to, like, increase this whole stuff. The super horn being visible change is actually really important. You're learning with these Mario Kart YouTubers for World and Retro. Even me myself, I get to know more. So we're all just learning this.
Off doing this shortcut, even if you have a mushroom, going in the lava is just pretty slow and pretty difficult, and if you just do this shortcut followed by using a mushroom anywhere you want, that is faster than mushrooming through the lava. So because of that, I don't know how much these ramps actually change, and if you want to use multiple mushrooms or a golden mushroom to cut off even more, then you're probably re-entering the track on a spot where you cannot use the ramp anyway. Added support for Thai. This is a huge win. Shoutouts to Thailand. All right, next up we have fixed issues. There's some pretty big ones in here, and the first one is probably the biggest one. Fixed an issue.
Wait, no, there was 2 save points before the final boss, and you got your 2 trophies. Then the second save point, you got the infinite rocket launcher. Oh, so that's how. So is that like the save points? It got a player of the game in OW 3 times today. Wait, are you playing Overwatch?
Where the time after crossing the finish line in time trials would be incorrect. And time trial ghosts that have encountered this issue may be removed from view rankings without notice. Oh man, there's so much to say about this one. When I did the world...
Oh yeah, because I remember people were doing some shortcuts, they found some glitches. And like what Eric just said, they got rid of the time trials up there. There was like ones where you could get like, 30 seconds. Like, it was insane. And yet Nintendo had to take them down though for that reason. 30-second world record on this map is crazy.
Record reaction, I began with a joke about how I have the world record on Dino Dino Jungle, but how this one was achieved, which wasn't even by me by the way, it was Nightmare who did this run and just used my name. It was achieved using a glitch that just drops the timer time right at the end of the race. And it's actually more than that. Just executing the glitch takes a really long time, and I may make a separate video about that. I didn't want to reveal how this is done before it got patched, because this is something that could literally wipe out the leaderboard of every single track's time trial records. So now that that's over with, Nintendo, you should probably fix Airship Fortress, because a physics change has made it impossible to beat that world record. Wait a minute, updates to the update video. The Airship Fortress thing has been fixed and the record is beatable again. Thanks, Nintendo. Wait, if we're just making wishes now that can come true, can you make it so that some of the 200cc Mario Kart 8 Deluxe records can be beaten again? That would be really nice. Fixed an issue where when a player...
That's only if they put in 200cc, I'd say. If they put it in. Yeah, the time trial workers are getting... The world records are getting patched. Like, literally, from that update.
started gliding right after crashing, their speed while gliding would slow down. So when they say crashing, what they mean is getting hit. This was a phenomenon known as slow glider. If you enter a glider while really slow, the glider panel doesn't actually speed you up, and your acceleration is really bad in a glider for some reason, so you just stay slow. It's ridiculous. Like, this could actually end your race. There's nothing you can do about this. Unless you have a mushroom, you can't speed up. There's no way you can quickly fall off a glider, and there's no way you can quickly reaccelerate. You just have to take it.
That
it
sucks.
Definitely felt like a glitch.
I
And
dealt
let me
with- I
actually
dealt with
show
this
you
all the
one
time.
example where in this race, because a red shell was coming for me and I was unprotected, and I didn't want to fall off the glider, because that would be really bad, I ran into a banana on the track on purpose, but the banana sent me into the glider and gave me slow glider. As you can
What?
see from the map, I am moving way slower than everybody else. So what looks like it was a smart play was actually really bad, and I was better off just falling off the glider. So I'm so happy this has been fixed. Thank you, Funky Racer, for providing an example here. And before we start watching, the left side is after the update. So the left side is good,
We'll
but
get
the
like
right
8
side
minutes
is going
left.
to get
Make that
slow glider.
7.
So here we're going to get shocked right before the glider, and just look at how long it takes them to reach the end here. Left side's done. Right side is halfway through the glider and is still going. That's like 3 seconds difference. Insane stuff. Completely unnecessary.
Crazy.
Now there are more here. I don't know how important they are because I haven't encountered them, but I will show you some of the cool ones. Fix an issue where if a spiny shell, blue shell, hits a gold block or a broadcast van, it would break. This one
What?
is actually not a big deal, so I kind of lied, but it's really interesting, so I figured I'd show you anyway. Before the updates, a blue shell could only hit things a certain number of times in the air before it despawns. I don't know why that was a thing at all. Surely they can just turn off the collision of the blue shell while it's doing this, but no, if it hits a gold block or a
Ain't no
broadcast van
way.
enough times, it will break. So this is a way you could dodge the blue shell, except it's so
That's
specific.
crazy.
You have to be at one of very few spots in the game where this would work, and you have to completely stop. And yeah, this would probably be faster than getting
So that means I gotta be completely stopped just to dodge a blue shell. Maybe if I'm nearby one of those kind of a thing, I could just like stop right by and then stay close to it and then bam. But at the same time, it'll be useless. But that's only good if you're like far from everybody else. But other than that, that's just useless. I might as well just take the hit at that point or bail.
hit by a blue shell, but also, you're probably never going to use this. Anyway, this has been removed, and I don't know why. Like, I don't really care, because this is not something you'll really do, but I thought it was something cool that you'll never do, so why not just keep it in the game? I don't know. Alright, next up, fixed an issue where a player would have 2 coins taken from them at once in the race that heads east from Peach Stadium.
What?
This is just translated wrong. It means to say where a player would get 2 coins at once. And what they're talking about is if you're going from Peach Stadium to Cheep Cheep Falls or Peach Stadium to Faraway Oasis, there's a specific set of coins near the boost panels that each give you 2 coins. Super weird stuff. They definitely just had this in the game by accident. And if you didn't believe me just from the coin counter, watch me grab 1 coin at once by backing into it. There truly are just 2 coins here. So that has been fixed. I thought it was a fun quirk, a fun little secret to know about, but I also don't really care that it's been removed. Alright, this one, I don't like this one. This may be controversial from my end, but let me tell you what's going on here. Fixed an issue where the player would be returned very far in front at various times when they fell off the course on various courses. Okay, so let me explain what's going on here. This is called a respawn shortcut, and you may have seen some of these before, but there are actually a lot of these on tracks with very big shortcuts. This is one I actually did on stream recently, where if you hit the pole like this and dodge an out of bounds zone, you can save nearly a full second. And falling off does make you lose your items and lose 3 coins, but if you're in the front at the start of the race, you probably don't have good items or many coins. And actually, it turns out after the update, this is one that seems like it hasn't changed. The respawn's still mostly in the same spot. Maybe Nintendo didn't know about that one, but there are some really big ones. So from Mario Bros. Circuit to Shy Guy Bazaar, there are some big respawn shortcuts. Thank you, Dim Sum. So this one right here, on the big shortcut, if you go off right after the pole, it now respawns you back here. Whereas before, this is where it would respawn you, which is a little bit better. So Nintendo hasn't removed these respawn shortcuts, they've just nerfed them a little bit. And this is one of the biggest ones in the game. Doing the respawn instead of using more mushrooms to get out of the shortcut can actually save around 2 seconds. Most shortcuts in the game don't save 2 seconds, and this one makes an existing big shortcut 2 seconds faster. So the respawn alone is already a really big shortcut. This is the other one that Dim Sum tested, and if you go all the way over to the left here on, it's the same track, Mario Bros. Circuit to Shy Guy Bazaar, you now get respawned all the way back here. That's a huge nerf because it used to respawn you close to the item set. So now with the new respawn location, I honestly don't think this is even a shortcut anymore. It's probably slower. Here is another respawn shortcut that you could use on certain routes, including the Hearts Rally in Knockout Tour, and let's see where it respawns. All the way back here. It used to respawn you further up the road. Okay, there are tons of these respawn shortcuts, and I actually don't want Nintendo to get rid of them, so I'm not going to show you all of them. I will show you a few more though. Now, you might be thinking, okay, respawn shortcuts seem unintuitive, there's just something that you memorize, and when you fall off the track, surely that shouldn't reward you. And actually, I agree with all of this. But my first instinct is that I still want respawn shortcuts in the game. Why is this? Well, I did this whole thing where I learned all 202 of the routes, all of the optimized shortcuts on a lot of them, and what I found out is that so many of these routes have so many big shortcuts where you need mushrooms that going forward at the start of the race is not viable. Your chances are much better if you get mushrooms at the start and take these shortcuts, because that is a more guaranteed way to put you at the front. It's just a way better strategy to take the shortcuts, and not being able to take them often is just throwing the race. You're not going to win. However, a lot of the biggest shortcuts in the game, where you need mushrooms the most, are also ones with huge respawn shortcuts, and this makes front running actually work. So if you're on team front running, you actually want the respawn shortcuts to exist, because otherwise going forward can feel pointless a lot of the time if you know you're just going around a shortcut and losing 4 seconds for it. And if you want to go forward in this game, you actually want the respawn shortcuts to be here. In the race that I showed you earlier, where I fell off in this Ghost Valley section, in the past, I would always bag on this track. I'd get triple mushroom star, and then I would do really well. I would just win. But in this race, I actually did this in conjunction with other shroomless shortcuts and managed to hold a lead and win. That was on the most recent live stream that I did, and now I'm finding out that Nintendo hates it. No! That was my first thought. But now knowing how the item distribution has changed so that often you actually can get shortcut items in a top spot near the start of the race so that you can take these shortcuts anyway, that makes me feel a little bit better that the respawn shortcuts are being nerfed. Because remember, my goal is not to do a cool respawn shortcut. My goal is to be able to go forward and say that I have a good chance of winning even if I do this. And respawn shortcuts are just one thing that helps me front run. So as for this and the item distribution changes, I guess I'll just have to play more races to see how that turns out, because I could see my opinion on this going either way. Then, several other issues have been addressed to improve the gameplay experience. Please don't be something really stupid physics related that destroys all of the world records, makes them all suddenly easily beatable or completely unbeatable for the rest of time. Who knows with Nintendo? So my main takeaway from this update is that the heavyweights have been buffed, item strategy and the balance between front running and bagging has completely shifted, and we'll have to wait and see how that shakes out. And there are 2 new Knockout Tour rallies and many more to come. By the way, this is not DLC, this is a free update, so if you have Mario Kart World, you can go play it right now, and if you want to see how to do the shortcuts on these new rallies and watch me play them for the first time, you can check out this video. The drill rally especially was an absolute blast, and I hope to see you over there in the comment section telling me what you think about these new rallies.
Peter Piper persistently missed packages, so he skipped.
Man, that tells everything all about it so far and what it all contains. Even though I have read that stuff before when they dropped it, but I didn't know this is how it looks like on video itself. Okay. Now we got the next one, which is the actually give me a moment. Let me just. So that's what it all means about it for itself that way. Oh man. Well, who's ready to watch a training video? The frick? Hold on.
A new update has arrived for Mario Kart World. We are now...
The freak. Alright, there we go. You still haven't played the new route? Well, you haven't played the new rallies? I thought you already have. Wait, crap, I need some water. Crap, I thought you already played the new rallies. I didn't know you didn't play them. So yeah, the bullet bill nerf is in your opinion, considered a situational nerf. There's a video on Retro Rewind update. Still haven't played the new rallies. Retro Rewind is peak in Mario Kart Wii mod. They added it to Wii. They're keeping that stuff alive. Something that's never going to die. It's always alive. I've been watching this video, a training video for this exact locomotive by General Electric. This is so random, I'm not gonna lie. $13 Wait, air brake, ELT, distance, speed, screen, monitor screens. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna be watching something random. I bet the whole chat's gonna fall asleep to this. Oh man, General Electric. What is CSX-7A? My gosh. This audio.
The GE AC6000, the most powerful diesel-electric locomotive in the world. The GE AC6000 combines the benefits of the proven technology of individually controlled AC traction motors housed in HIAD trucks, environmentally friendly air-cooled inverters, split cooling, electronic fuel injection, the capability of adapting to railroad management integrated control systems, and the new 6,000 horsepower 7HDL diesel engine. Let's take a look at some of the new features found on the 7HDL. There are now 2 turbochargers. These twin turbos, designed and built by GE, include all of the latest features, including backward curved compressor vanes for optimum efficiency. Fuel is delivered through an electronic fuel injection system, resulting in the highest fuel efficiency and the lowest emissions possible. The individual fuel pumps operate without push rods. This allows a stiffer system and decreased combustion variability from cylinder to cylinder. The intake manifold of the new engine is located in the V. This reduces the width of the engine and allows a cylinder head to be removed without disturbing the inlet manifold, increasing
So that's how this thing could go.
and improving maintainability.
Wait, can you?
While there are some components
the video.
and features that are the same
You can
as
send it, but I'll just set it
with
to
which you're
mute, though.
already familiar, there is a lot
So let's hear
like the
Psycho's
7HDL
video,
diesel
in case you
engine
guys are wondering.
that is different on these new locomotives.
Dang.
We'll be taking a look at what's new to help you, the engineer, become familiar with the AC6000.
You know, it's crazy thinking
Before
about
we
it.
start our walk around,
Like,
we want to
literally,
remind you to always
a
follow
whole
all railroad
how-to
safety
video
rules and regulations.
on how to do this stuff. Yeah, an education video, that's what it is.
AC6000
Like
is
how-
equipped
like
with
for
a
orientation.
500-gallon
Yeah.
fuel tank.
Just show
With
you
the
how to
new
drive
type
this
of
exact
digital fuel
train
monitoring
as
system
such.
that can be seen on
I mean,
both sides of
I
the
never
fuel
even,
tank near
actually, I
the
think
fuel
I've probably
bill.
seen it before.
And on the video information display, the vid screen in the operator's cab.
Oh god.
You may compare the level to the reading in the fuel sight glass. The fuel tank is integrated into the platform, eliminating fuel tank bolts. The
Bruh.
drains for the lubricating oil and the water system are on the operator's side. As we work our way up the crew side of the AC6000, it's a good time for this additional safety reminder. Traction motor leads may have high voltage. The crew side digital fuel monitor should be compared to the fuel level sight glass. It should correspond to the reading on the digital fuel monitor on the operator's side. It is not a problem if the reading varies by a small amount. Engine stop switches are located on each side of the locomotive near the fuel tank. Pressing this button stops the fuel flow to the diesel engine. An important safety device is located in the doorway to the auxiliary compartment. This is a safety barrier bar. It does more than prevent access to the compartment. This bar must be in the horizontal position for the locomotive to operate properly. These LEDs are illuminated when the circuits are charged. A little further along the operator's side walkway, we come to the service areas for the lube oil and water. A green warning LED is conveniently located in the same compartment.
I'm not gonna lie, this has gotta be the
With
most
the control
craziest.
system powered,
like,
the LED illuminates when the water is called to return to the
educational
tank.
video on a train, especially the
Always make
AC6000.
sure that the green LED is on
This exact
before
one.
checking the water level in the sight glass.
Well, I guess
If
everybody
the
in the train will
LED
know
is
how
not
to operate a
illuminated
train.
and the water sight glass
Well,
indicates
specifically
low
this one
water,
here.
remember that water
I mean,
is
that
now
might
being
seem
routed
pretty
through the
fair, but
radiators.
Imagine
While the
we
engine
all
is idling,
operate such a
verify
train
the
like
level.
that. All of us going around the U.S. on our own, anywhere we go, just going city to city for our own vehicle. Just this train right here, specifically.
Continuing down the operator's side walkway, we come to the handbrake. It must be fully released before moving the locomotive. The air compressor is near the back of the locomotive. It can be accessed from the crew side. If you need to add oil, the air compressor should be shut down. You isolate the compressor by turning off the LCCB, the local control
exactly,
circuit breaker
exactly.
located on the EC panel in
So
the
we're back in
operator's
school.
stand.
That's what it
To
is.
avoid an oil spill,
an
remove
orientation
the
version
fill
of school.
only when the air
At this
compressor
point,
is
just
not
on
running.
Orientation for
Oil
CSX.
should be near the top of the fill. A simple fill cap permits easy
That's
inspection.
hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Or during training as a train driver. Yeah. So we're in CSX orientation school, just learning how to drive a train. Hey, at least we all can make big money from this stuff.
Now
Operator's
let's
cab?
take a look at the operator's cab. The cab layout is similar to other wide cab layouts in the CSX fleet. Let's take a look at some of the new
That's
features.
inside.
We'll start with the EC panel, located behind the operator. Circuit
I think
breakers
there's
and
like a place in
switches
the
are
operator's
mounted on
cab.
this
Well,
tent.
I mean, it's pretty spacious for
We'll
an
take a
operator's
look at these
cab, but
controls one at a time.
I can just
Talk
just
about
sit
when
somewhere.
they are used.
Well, just like probably have like a whole bed.
The
somewhere,
road crossing
because
lights
it's a big-
breaker and the radio
it's a
circuit
big
breaker
cab,
are
they
on the
have
top
space.
row of the EC pin. On the second row, we find the flange loop, the display computer, and the long hood and short hood headlight breakers. The toilet tank heater breaker, the fuel tender control breaker, the fuel tank monitor breaker, and the air dryer and the air brake breakers make up the third row. The fourth and bottom row of breakers contains the running lights breaker, followed by the fuel pump breaker and the local control breaker. The next two breakers are the MTV multitask breaker that provides power to the low voltage power supplies, and the BCCD, the battery charge and computer toggle switch. This light indicates whether the computer has been turned on or off by the push buttons beneath the light. The EC engine control switch can be in one of four positions. The first position is jog, used by the mechanical forces to move the unit on battery alone. The second
45
position
minutes.
is start.
I didn't expect it to be this
The
long. I
EC
thought it might be at
switch
least
must
30
be in
minutes or
this
so.
position to activate the
But
black
this is actually
engine start push button.
way too long. I'm not gonna lie.
If the switch isn't moved
For
from
just over
start after the
45
engine is
minutes
started, the engine
how
speed
to
is
drive a
limited
train.
to idle,
Well,
and power
AC6000.
cannot be applied. The next position
Damn,
is
man,
isolate.
like this video long.
When the engine is running with the EC switch in this position, the engine speed, as in the start position, is held to an idle, and power cannot be applied to the unit. In the isolate position, unlike the start position, an alarm bell sounds if the engine shuts down. When the engine is at idle and about to be operated, the EC switch should be moved to the run position. Run is the normal operating position for the engine control switch.
Yeah, I feel like most of
An
the
alarm
chat's
bell
gonna fall
sounds
asleep
if the
to this.
diesel engine is shut down with
I'm
the
so
EC
awake to
switch
watch
in
this
the
stuff,
run
yeah.
position.
And I see
The
one like
MU
this
headlight
before, but
setup
that's
switch
like a
operates
different shrink.
identically to the MU
Okay.
headlight setup switches on other road locomotives in CSX's fleet. To the right
We're
of
trying
the
to get
MU
0
headlight setup
points
switch is
right.
the engine start push button. Pressing this button begins the automatic starting process, including the prelude and priming of the AC6000's diesel engine. Directly below the engine start push button is the engine stop push button. Like the engine stop buttons on each side of the fuel tank, pressing this button stops the fuel flow to the diesel engine.
Yeah, just
Three
like
lighting
split it off,
switches
like,
are next.
like 30 minutes.
They
every
are
30
the
minutes, just,
crosswalk
go
light
like that
switch,
from there.
the control
That's how I
compartment
decided to split
switch,
these kind of things off.
and
like
the
a whole
front
nother
number light switch.
Watch stream.
The breakers for the
30 minutes of
engineers
this,
and helpers wall
and
feeders are near the bottom of the EC
Another 30
panel.
minutes of the other stuff like that.
The last breaker on the
Just
EC
wait.
panel is for the heater air conditioner unit. The front of the
Imagine if it
operator's
started
tab
moving
looks
during
similar
training.
to other
That is
wide-body
actually
cabs
possible.
in the fleet, but again,
That's
there
possible.
are
It could
some
happen.
differences.
That
The
is really
operator's
possible.
console contains two video information displays, or VIDs. Each video information display has two rows of keys below its screen that directly correspond to the menu choices above. You may press the key that corresponds to the action you want to perform. The panel to the right of the video information displays contains the rear headlight switch, the front headlight switch, and the EOT emergency brake toggle switch that allows the operator to vent the brake pipe from the rear of the train. The engineer's strip heater control and the spotter circuit push button are located below.
Next DVD
The
stream.
electronic air brake console has the automatic brake handle on the left and
I'm
the
trying to come
independent
up with a
brake handle
day.
on the right.
Well, maybe,
The master controller contains
No,
the
I'm not gonna try
reverser
it for next week. I'm not
and
sure
the
about next
combined
week,
power
though.
handle. The
If
combined
this
power
week I
handle
could-
moves from
Nah.
idle to notch 8
No, not even this week.
and
I'm not
from
gonna lie,
idle
'cause I know
through
I
a
have
gate
another game I
to
gotta
dynamic
finish
braking.
up. So I gotta.
While
go
there
by
is no
stack
difference in
it.
engine speed between
this
notches
week
3 and
it's
4
gonna be-
and between notches 5, 6,
think
and
we
7,
push it to
the
next week at
computer-controlled
least.
propulsion system provides the appropriate
least
increase in power
Next week,
delivered
the last
to the
few
rails.
days of this month.
The bell push button,
Because I have
the
other stuff I
horn
gotta
push
squeeze
button,
in there.
and the
This week
alerter
and next
acknowledge push button are located in front of the
Well, if anything
console.
changes, I'll just give you guys like a heads up. I'll give you
The
a heads
lower
up,
controls
by the
on
way.
the operator's console
when I
consist
go
of
watch
circuit
the
breakers for engine run, generator field,
Sheesh.
control, and dynamic brake. The
Dynamic
gauge light
braking.
switch, the heater air conditioner switch, and the step light switch are mounted below. The overhead console has a variety of devices, including an
If the
attendant call
SC7
push button,
series have this
the MU emergency
exact
shutdown
kind of
push
style.
button or
If
toggle
not,
switch,
then there's just
the engineer's desk light, dimmer,
there
and
has to be a
switch,
similar style on the inside
The
of
radio.
control.
the audio alarm panel, and the crew member's desk light switch and dimmer.
Now, that
The
top
crew
box
member's
kind of reminds me
console
of
has a
school bus.
view-only video information display,
It's like something
an
from old
emergency
school
brake
bus. It
valve,
just reminds me of that. 'cause
a radio
this was
monitor,
a road
a
had an
horn
exact
push
box
button,
on top
and
above
a
the
strip
windows.
heater control. Let's take a look at the GE AC6000's performance
Always
characteristics.
from Jimmy Neutron.
The GE
I
AC6000
always
has
used to make fun of that
6,000
character,
horsepower available for traction.
I used to always make fun of him.
This
when
is
he was
twice the
ears.
horsepower of
Like, he
units in
looks so
conventional
cool, I
road
just
locomotive
make
fleet.
fun of him, like,
The tractive
crazy, I'm
effort
not
is
gonna lie.
166,000
finding out what
pounds.
he has.
This is double the tractive effort of the same
So this whole
locomotive.
video really quick.
There is an almost
Wait.
80% increase in starting tractive effort. Dynamic braking has jumped from 60,000 pounds to 117,000 pounds. This performance, combined with higher mission reliability,
Yes,
offers
you
an
wanna make sure,
unbeatable
because
combination of power and
James would do,
dependability
like, the
that is
DVD feature
important
when
to
someone was
CSX.
play as survivors or play as killers. If you wanted to, at some point, oh man. Actually, if he ever does that, I do want to come in there. Actually, I do want to join on that stuff.
Let's take a look at the step-by-step procedure involved in starting
If it ever
the
does a DVD
GE
stream,
AC6000.
that game DVD.
The combination
I'll
of
definitely
push
check that for
button
sure.
in the cab starting and system information feedback on the vid screen makes the AC6000 the easiest starting locomotive ever produced. Let's review some of the basic steps that must be performed before starting any locomotive. Remember to follow all proper railroad safety rules and regulations. Proper inspection helps prevent operator injury as well as equipment damage. Verify that the crankcase is serviced with lubricating oil. Ensure that the cooling water is at the proper level by checking the sight glass. The air compressor oil level should be near the top of the fill.
It's been
In the
14
operator's
minutes.
tab,
I'm
close the
surprised
battery
we're actually
switch.
watching this.
Turn on
This
the
long.
appropriate circuit breakers on the EC pin. The engine control switch should be in the
Yeah,
start
for sure. I
position.
got all that in check.
On the operator's console, turn on
Definitely,
the
I'll look
appropriate
out for it
breakers.
whenever he goes live.
Verify that the reverser is centered, that the throttle is in idle,
It's been
and that the
14
MU
minutes.
emergency shutdown
Only
switch
15,
is in the
got
run
another 15
position.
minutes left to go.
Check the
before I
video
split
information
it off
display on the
for next
operator's control console for any cranking restrictions. Notify all personnel near the locomotive that you are about to start the unit. The alarm bells ring in the engine cab as well as in the operator's cab. It may take up to 2 minutes before the engine starts to rotate. On a video information display, the engine crank screen automatically appears. The engine start in progress screen gives you the engine status during startup. After starting, re-inspect the diesel engine to make certain that there are no leaks and that all of the fluids are at the appropriate levels. Back in the operator's cab, configure the EC panel breakers for the direction the unit will be moving. The EC engine control switch should be moved from start to run. In the event that the engine does not start, you have troubleshooting assistance from the VID's locomotive monitor screen. Select Locomotive Monitor from a video information display. From the locomotive monitor, select Engine Cranking. This screen displays cranking operational parameters. 2 readings on the top graph depict the actual speed of the diesel engine and speed equivalent cranker. Lube oil pressure and fuel pressure are displayed at the top right area of the screen. The left column in the center of the screen depicts the contactor's commands and transfer switch status. The center column gives switch and relay status. The right column displays other information related to engine control. The automatic starting process is just one of many computer-controlled operations on the AC6000. Now we'll take an in-depth look at the video information displays on the GE AC6000 locomotive. The front of the operator's cab looks similar to other wide-body cabs in the fleet. But again, there are some differences. The operator's console contains 2 video information displays, or VIDs. Each display has 2 rows of keys directly below its screen. The top keys are yellow. The keys on the bottom rows are off-white. Pressing the menu key on the top left-hand corner of the key rows displays the AC6000 menu screen. Press F1, the home key, to return the display to the main operating screen. Pressing the menu key twice on any screen brings up the gauge screen. The F1 through F8 keys correspond to the top row of choices on the screen menu. The 1 through 8 keys select the bottom row menu choices that are determined by the action being performed. The 0 through 9 keys are also used to input numbers. The display on the cruise console is the auxiliary display. On power-up, the cruise screen is similar to the operator's right display. The crew display is a look-only screen. Gauges and locomotive condition reports can be noted, but no changes to the locomotive setup can be made. The right display screen on the operator's console is called the engineer's right display. It powers up with operating gauges. This screen contains information that the engineer needs to know when operating the locomotive. This screen may be viewed on any of the displays in the cab. The left display on the operator's console is referred to as the engineer's left display. It powers up as the MMI, man-machine interface. In most cases, no gauges appear on this display. Loco Monitor F8 can be accessed by this display and by the crew display, but not by the default engineer's right display. As we've said, the right screen on the operator's console powers up, that is, defaults to the operating display. And the screen on the left defaults to the man-machine interface display, the MMI. The operator may choose to switch the location of the displays and have the operating display on the left and the MMI display on the right. In the rare instance of a screen malfunction, it's the operator's responsibility to switch the remaining display to the operating display. Pressing any display's menu key twice always causes the gauges to appear. This arrangement allows the engineer to have the additional screen displaying support information as an MMI display, while also allowing that screen to be a true backup to the operating display in the event of a problem. We'll take a closer look at the screens, starting with the operating display. The operating display is the top level, or first screen. Air brake information is located in the top left-hand corner of the display. When the air brake system loses communication with the control system, all of these boxes contain asterisks and a penalty brake application will occur. ER stands for equalizing reservoir pressure. The BP indicates brake pipe pressure. Equalizing reservoir information and brake pipe pressure information are also available in bar graphs immediately to the right of the digital readings. The blue pointers indicate the regulating valve setting, also known as the feed valve setting. Rear represents the brake pipe train line pressure information received from the end of train EOT device. If a reading of less than 45 psi is received, the box turns red and the audio alarm panel beeps 6 times. If the EOT is off, or if communication between the EOT and the locomotive is lost for an extended period, the reading will be 3 asterisks. The next status marker, or box, is labeled flow. Like the other areas in the air brake section of the display, a loss of communication results in this box displaying 3 asterisks. However, unlike the other areas, the readings in the flow box refer to the cubic feet per minute flowing to the brake pipe, rather than pounds per square inch of pressure. BC stands for brake cylinder pressure. Main is main reservoir pressure. If the main reservoir pressure falls to within 15 psi of the equalizing reservoir setting, the box turns red. The speed indicator occupies the center of the top of the display. The analog segment has a scale of 0 to 80 miles per hour. The digital reading also indicates locomotive speed in miles per hour. This display has 3 ranges. Low scale from 0 to 4.99 miles per hour in increments of 0.01 miles per hour. Medium scale from 5 to 9.9 miles per hour in 1/10 mile per hour steps, and high scale above 10 miles per hour in 1 mile per hour segments when accelerating and decelerating. When traveling above 5 miles per hour, an accelerometer appears adjacent to the digital readout. This indicator is green when you are accelerating and yellow when you are decelerating. The distance box is to the right of the speed indicator. Enter the desired number from the distance setup screen. The next box contains the railroad name and road number. The tractive effort bar graph indicates the average tractive effort in green from 0 to 180 kilopounds, and the average braking effort in yellow from 0 to 120 kilopounds. The effort kilopounds box is located immediately below the center of the tractive effort bar graph. This provides the engineer with a digital readout of the bar graph information. With the same range as the bar above, tractive effort when motoring is displayed numerically in green, and braking, when in dynamic braking, is displayed in yellow. The reverser position box is to the left of the tractive effort bar graph. It indicates whether the reverser handle is moved to forward, centered, or to reverse. When in trail, the reverser handle should be removed. It should be noted that whenever the handle is moved to forward or reverse, the independent is automatically cut into lead. This is a safety feature ensuring independent brake control is available when the reverser is moved. The throttle box is on the other side of the effort kilopounds readout. It displays in green the position of the combined power handle from idle to notch 1 through notch 8 in motoring, and in yellow from setup to B1 through B8 in braking. As we move down the operating display, we come to the indicating lights or alarm lights. Starting at the left, we find the wheel slip light. This indicator gives the engineer information through the train line that the wheels on one or more of the locomotives in the consist are slipping or sliding. PCS open lights when an emergency or penalty air brake application has occurred with the unit's power limited to idle. Dynamic braking will continue to function after an emergency or penalty application of the air brakes. Sand comes on when the unit is applying sand. It lights during manual and automatic sanding. Brake warn flashes yellow to tell the engineer that a locomotive in the consist is encountering excessive dynamic braking current. If this condition occurs, you must use the combined power handle to reduce the dynamic braking demand of that locomotive. Dynamic braking is reduced in the entire consist. The alerter displays a countdown to penalty brake application. The MU alarm indicates a train line alarm. The EOT system marker displays EOT BAT-W on a yellow background when the EOT battery is weak. The display changes to EOT BAT-D when the battery is dead. EOT valve appears if there is a failure in the EOT emergency valve circuit. If communication is lost between the locomotive and the EOT device, EOT FR-COM and EOT RF-COM indicate the direction of COM loss. The rear box in the air brake information area will display 3 asterisks. EOT motion on the end of the marker light row indicates if the EOT is stopped or moving. On the left-hand side of the screen, beneath the marker lights, we come to the air brake message window. This area is not visible until it is needed. It's important to follow the instructions listed to recover from an undesired brake application. Directly below is the EOT status area. The top line in the area is labeled Marker. On indicates that the EOT marker light is blinking. When the display changes to off, it is an indication that the marker light is not blinking. The lower line in the EOT status section is labeled EM. EM stands for emergency. This readout tells the engineer the two-way EOT status. It may read enabled, disabled, or in the case of extended communication loss, 3 asterisks. The automatic brake box reports whether the automatic brake is cut in or cut out. The independent brake box indicates whether the independent brake is set for lead cut in or trail cut out. The fuel status area uses a bar graph and a digital readout to tell the engineer how much fuel remains in the fuel tank. When the level drops below 550 gallons, both indicators turn yellow. Remember, when the fuel level falls below 1,000 gallons, you must notify the train dispatcher that the unit is low on fuel. The operator message window, where summary messages and reports appear, replaces the div panel. That completes our look at the main operating vid screen. Now let's go through the air brake setup procedure. Note, before setting up the air brakes, remember that the locomotive must be stopped. The reverser must be removed, and the generator field breaker must be off. This, like most other setups, is performed from the top screen of the operating display. Let's press air brake setup, the 1 key. To change the air brake setup, you must press Change Setup F3. The top information line beneath the screen title displays the current air brake setup. The line designated as Desired Settings updates as you make your changes. F1 and F2 change the feed valve setting. When the unit is set for lead operation, pressing F4 toggles the automatic brake between cut in and cut out. F6 toggles the independent brake between lead and trail operation. To save your new setup, press F7, Save Setup. Remember, before saving, review your desired settings. If you choose to leave the air brake setup screen without saving your changes, pressing F8, Cancel, returns you to the previous electronic air brake setup screen. Caution: if consist starts to move, place the reverser in the direction of travel to cut in the independent brake. Now that we've seen how the basic changes are made to the air brake setup, let's go step by step through the procedure to change ends. To operate the locomotive in the lead position, you should set all of the other locomotives in the trail position. Place the independent brake handle in the full application position. Place the automatic brake handle in the release position. From the air brake setup screen, press F3. Press F6, Lead. Use the F1 and F2 keys to adjust the pressure for the equalizing reservoir.
Muted.
When the equalizing reservoir is at the required pressure, press F4 to cut in the automatic brake.
Fuck, it's been past
Press
30 minutes.
F7
Look
to
at that.
save the setup. The locomotive is set for lead operation. Press
Give me a
F8 to
brief
return
moment.
to the main menu on the
I'm still here,
operational
y'all.
display. Now
Almost
let's
fell
set up the
asleep.
unit for trail operation.
Holy shit, dude, I almost fell asleep to this stuff. My bad. Whew. Actually, that actually kind of woke me up a bit more. Like, I was trying to still keep watching it, but I kind of fell asleep, I'm not gonna lie. Well, thank you for just ringing that call, Zach. Actually, for calling. that pretty much brought me back. Dang, so 3316, I'll remember this, so I'll come back to this one. 33, well, next stream. Next stream I do this on. Yeah. Damn, I was about to fall asleep. My God, holy smokes. Okay, so next one we just cut it off like 30 minutes as usual, just like that. Maybe you should end the stream here. Nah. I mean, I do still want to do another 30 minutes before I go. Because I know I got work. Am I supposed to have... Well, I've done a shit ton of things, man, today. My goodness. Like, whatever's the week, I knew I'm going to be doing a whole lot of stuff.
Or used the smart buying tools from Amazon Business and positively prospered.
Come on.
Gordon Ramsay.
Just get.
Holy smokes, that was Gordon Ramsay. Alright. So this one, we'll just watch this and then that should be it from there. Maybe. We might probably do one more.
Oh, come on!
Dang!
This feels so janky.
Oh my gosh,
I'm so annoyed at this. I'm actually gonna rage.
I
I'm in
really
a
remember this
raging
kind of a thing.
mood today, guy.
This really reminds me of that time when you had to shoot the other guy across and you actually shoot the dude on the cart with you. Yo.
I hate.
Oh my goodness.
Why are you not getting your pistol out? Oh, I shouldn't have streamed today. This was all a bad idea.
Wait, it's live on Discord? Oh my goodness. Oh, Discord call. Yo, somebody's on the tracks.
Is that it? That's it, right, I think. Oh, okay, that's the first one done. Apparently there's another one later on, and I think it's harder. We made it, guys.
No way.
I didn't realise it was so soon. Oh no! Yeah, with one minecart ride done, I did not get much break before the second one, which was longer, had way more enemies at different elevations, and even a chainsaw man as well for me to worry about. So obviously,
Imagine
I was
that was
dreading
Jason.
going into this, and I was fully expecting that I was going to be grinding this for at least the next 45 minutes.
Not this again.
That's how I
Oh,
feel, Leon.
boy.
Apparently this one's worse.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh god. My goodness. Imagine this was like an add-on feature for Mario Kart Wii.
Oh my god.
Holy smokes. He almost flipped that my cart over.
End of the line, asshole.
Yeah, I know what you mean there, Eric.
Hope you like thrill rides.
Throw
Make it
rights.
through both minecart sections in the underground tunnel without taking any damage. Oh my god, how the hell did I do that second one first try? There was something weird about that second one because there were so
that's an
many
achievement.
enemies, but they didn't have aimbot.
I didn't even know that could be an achievement, though. So your sister's just like a roller coaster at that point. Yeah, I got what you mean, Eric. It's like I'm literally about to fall. So that instruction video on how to drive an AC6000 CW Pro. My goodness, I didn't know it'd be that long, to be honest.
A lot of them just didn't shoot or even bother. Oh my god. Holy crap. Unfortunately, though, that joy was very short-lived.
Made it all this way. You know it means we're almost...
Almost what?
Dang, he got hit. Dang, on the back? Who did that?
Long time no see.
Ain't no way, it's him.
What just happened? This ray of sunshine is Major Jack Krauser, and there's actually very little information on who this guy is. The way he talks to Leon makes it very clear that they know each other from the past, but he didn't appear in any of the games before this, so yeah, no idea. All that you really need to know for this game is that he is a good guy gone bad, and he was also actually the one who kidnapped Ashley in the first place. Oh yeah, and he's also an absolute tank. Oh, we're gonna fight this guy now. Great. Okay, it's just
no.
knife fight. Okay. Okay, well, I played Ghost of Tsushima, so this should be easy. I've lived the life of Jin Sakai. I can beat you. Oh, nice counter.
Oh, damn. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm just bad. Oh, okay, we're getting the hang of it now. Okay,
Oh,
maybe not.
hell no. I refuse to die at that edge right there.
Is that it? Every time I say I lock in, I damn well lock in.
Oh,
Oh, he's alive!
he came back.
He's not a character we want to lose. He's a cool character. Oh, damn it. With Luis
Oh,
gone
my
and filled
goodness.
with this urge for revenge, all that remains of the castle area is to make our way to Little Lord Farquaad and take him out. But heading towards him would put me past this point of no return, and I didn't want to make the same mistake as I made back in the village, and so it was time for me to run some errands. The first thing I did was head back through the castle to some earlier areas to grab any treasures that I'd missed so far that were on the map. And I also cleared up my last merchant request to the area. Or just throw the egg at his head.
We're throwing eggs?
The disgrace of the Salazar family. Oh, it's not a trophy, it's a merchant request.
The
After
disgrace of
that,
the
I returned to
Salazar's
the
family.
merchant and managed to complete all of the upgrades on my pistol that I've been using, which then unlocked the exclusive upgrade for purchase. Every weapon in the game has one of these super strong upgrades, things like double fire rate or even massive damage buffs, like on my pistol right here. Sell the red 9, and then if we do the tune-up, we can now get the exclusive upgrade for this pistol. A masterpiece. Get the
Alright.
exclusive upgrade for a weapon. So now with all of my errands complete and a strong weapon in my arsenal, I took the train past the point of no return to a giant clock tower that we'd need to reach the top of. The clock tower, while being pretty claustrophobic, starts off not too bad. That is until halfway
The
up
trophy's a pin
when
on
we
the
get to
lift
this
part here?
elevator. Now normally this elevator would
Oh,
not
this
be a
section.
pain point because it only lasts about 30 seconds and there aren't a huge amount of enemies giving you grief on the way up. But of course, the devs, being the fun bunch they are, just couldn't resist dumping another trophy here to spice things up, requiring us to complete this whole sequence without the elevator stopping, which basically means you need to make sure that no enemies jump on it. And with this really fun challenge now added on, that small amount of enemies suddenly feels like a metric shit ton, and the 30-second ride up somehow feels a lot longer. Oh my god, I cannot state just how much I hated every second of what you are about to watch. This will take a couple of tries, I can tell. I think if we kill this one first, and then explode the group that come running past.
Okay, that worked. Oh, heck, he just jumped down there.
I don't know where they're coming from. This is really confusing.
What? The lift!
What? Oh my god, she fell onto the lift when I shot her. I didn't even think that would stop it. This is one of these segments where the actual segment is not hard, but doing the trophy is really annoying. This game
My
is full of
goodness.
annoying trophies, I will say. No.
Oh. Okay, there's
Like,
one
where
bomb.
did he come from? So there's one that's trying to go up to the fucking top rope. I see that one now.
Like, it's so random when they just got up there. Oh, he just
that's
jumped
where
down.
He comes from. He comes from the top rope. He comes from all the way up the top. There is so much
My
strategy in
God,
this.
from the
I just
top
try to talk about
rows.
Doctor Strange and figure out all of the outcomes where I lose and find the one outcome where I win. It's there somewhere.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Why am I
He's
fucking
jumping-
reloading?
Bro just jumped down like Batman.
No!
Oh, hell no.
Oh my god, the fucking grenade bounced off the girder!
It just bounced right
that
off. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna dash this controller across the room in a minute. I hate
Oh
this.
my goodness, it just bounced right off. They got a shield?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Capacity compliance.
Capacity
Top of the clock tower without the
compliance?
clock stopping once. Thank God, man. Oh my god, this game's trophies are so wild.
Yeah, you can't
They
even
are
pass this hard.
wild.
So sneaky.
Oh god. Jesus Christ, man. Oh god.
Oh god. No, that is something I would literally fall for. I'm not gonna lie. That is something I would literally fall for on the first try. Not bad of a thing, but yet bad. On the first try, that was crazy.
With the clock tower sequence completed and that mind-numbing trophy knocked off the list, I then found the castle area's final treasure. Oh, this is our final treasure, guys. This should be a trophy. Raider! Obtain all treasures indicated on the castle treasure map in a single playthrough, okay. And of course, the finale of the castle area is a fight with Salazar. And it turns out this short man has some tricks up his sleeve.
We're fighting Salazar once again? Mongrel!
He's gonna come back as something big. They
He
always
called
do
him a
Resident Evil.
mongrel.
They start off looking like people and then they come back as big monsters.
What the frick?
God. Oh. Okay.
That kind of reminds me of Lady Dimitrescu, where she looks like her regular human self and then, well, female self, and then afterwards she turns into a whole monster as a boss.
Let's try this for the trophy. You're saying throw a grenade in his mouth. How did that miss? I missed. Aha. You talk too much! For throwing a grenade into Ramon Salazar's mouth. Okay, thank God we finally did it. With Salazar being the big boss of the castle, I was expecting a tough battle here. But to be honest, this dude was a piece of piss. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, there we go.
Oh my goodness.
There we go, right in the eyeball again. He really doesn't shut up, this guy, does he? Okay, this is good, we're doing well. I did it? Defeat Ramon Salazar? I did that so much quicker than I thought that was going to be. Fair enough, well, we did it. Once I was done counting my blessings that Ashley was still kidnapped, I boarded a speedboat to the final area of the game, the island. This final area of the game is a lot shorter than either the village or the castle area before it, but it was balanced out by being filled with some of the game's toughest enemies, including guys with rocket launchers, shield dudes, the Human Torch, pigs with guns, and the worst of the bunch, by far, these big lumps. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, he regenerates. He regenerates.
What?
Makes sense, he is called
He's
the
actually a regenerator? He regenerates.
Oh my god, there's more of them. Oh, there's
Ain't
more
no
of them.
way, bro. I would be so mad.
What the hell are these enemies, dude? To take out these enemies known as regenerators, I had to shoot...
Wait, you talk too much? Now you're gonna listen to Nintendo Girls ASMR? Oh god, not the ASMR. Well, to make Salazar boss much easier to throw is to throw 2 golden eggs at him because he doesn't like eggs. Huh, it's just like the same way as kids throwing eggs at the door, but I guess that's one way to stop that. Human Torch from Marvel's in this game?
all of the parasites inside their bodies. Otherwise, like their name clearly states, they regenerate. So to make handling them a little easier, I actually found this thermal scope, which allowed me to see the parasites inside them, and also helped me stumble on this miscellaneous trophy. Can I shoot these? Like, can I do this?
2 hearts. 2 bugs, 1 stone.
For killing 2 parasites inside a regenerator with a single bullet.
Oh, wow.
Like that. Much better. Shortly after, we finally managed to find out where Ashley's been taken, but it turns out that her infection has got to dangerous levels. So being the true hero that he is, Leon uses his last injection on
You
Ashley
mean the
instead,
regenerator?
to keep the parasites at bay until they
Fat
can
version
find
of
their way
Pepsi
to the
Man?
cure in Luis's lab. And of course, the best part, Ashley's back. Oh no, we've got Ashley back! Quite obviously, I couldn't be bothered jumping into another section of her following me around like a lapdog just yet. So instead, when I reached the next merchant, I decided now's a better time than ever to try and get that trophy in the shooting range for completing all of the levels with an S rank. Oh, this was a big mistake. After getting my first S rank earlier on, there were now 11 shooting range levels left that I needed to master, each one getting harder and harder than the previous. And after getting into the swing of it a bit more, I actually started going on a bit of a roll, managing to knock off a few S ranks pretty swiftly.
This is what
one
I could
after the
do.
other. That should be an S, right?
But I definitely like this.
Let's go, guys.
Or the full version of Wario.
Come on! That was fun. That was good.
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete
All right,
site in
this
just
is
a
an ad.
single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Or...
But the last couple of levels here... Oh my god, don't get me started. Shit!
My goodness.
Oh! How?
My goodness. Yo, that dude's like...
Ow!
That dude's just trolling at this point. He's just trolling.
Like, how does that miss? How, in what fucking world does that miss?
What the? That's supposed to register.
What's the fucking point?
That's supposed to
I'm
register.
molding. I think I'm losing hair during this. To make it even worse, my entire stream just started lagging at this point, which was really pissing me off. I think YouTube had just decided this gameplay was too ass to share with anyone.
I hate when they do that.
Why would it ever make me do this challenge with this gun? Just fucking kill me.
Dang!
Perfect!
That's actually good, but still.
One more to get, guys. Oh my god, we've got everything. Every weapon in one. Trick shot. Shoot through and destroy 5 targets in the shooting range with 1 shot. Oh, okay, well, there's no way I was going to miss that on that one.
That was easy. Oh, hell no.
This is insane.
Golly.
This level sucks as well, by the way. Fuck off! Fuck off! This is the worst, man. I wish I could use a
Oh
mouse
my
and keyboard
goodness.
now. So
The both
bad.
Thors. Yeah.
I keep doing it!
Yo, the pirates.
I'm gonna actually lose full because I can't focus right now. Eventually, an hour and 45 minutes after I'd stupidly decided to attempt this thing.
Yo, what's up, the Trade Master? How you doing? Yo, before we got to this video, you should have seen what we watched previously on an AC 6000 CW. You should check that out, that part. I almost fell asleep on that learning video, but it was alright. At least we get to know how to drive a train.
My stars must have just magically aligned.
Oh my goodness. Well, that was brilliant. There's a gold one right there?
Oh my god.
No
Oh
way.
my god. Oh.
Good to see you, Trade
Oh my
Master.
god, we did it. Come on! My hands actually hurt from aiming with a controller doing this, and I know that will probably just sound like a skill issue or whatever, but I'm not made to aim with one of these. I aim with one of these. So doing something like that is just not my thing, and holy crap, we did it. Earn an S rank in all games in the shooting range. Come on.
Oh
Come
my
on.
goodness.
I'll tell you what, guys, I would rather marry Ashley and have her never leave my side than ever step foot in that shooting gallery ever again. The game doesn't force us to stick around with Ashley too long.
You're going to your deathbed? You mean normal bed? Alright, Carby, you have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by today.
Though, as we end up finally coming face to face with the true big bad guy of the game.
Oh, man.
I think this is the first time we've actually seen him face to face, though, isn't it? Ah, so he's not a normal human either.
What the heck? No, he's controlling Ashley.
Resist, Ashley, resist. Go put
No,
yourself
Ashley.
in a locker.
Oh.
Ah, it's out of ammo. Did he mean for there to be no ammo in there, or is he just a bit like, oh, gotta play it off, gotta play it cool? Damn, I really thought I was gonna kill Leon there. Shit.
Oh no.
Bye again,
What the-
Ashley. At least I get some time alone. With Ashley kidnapped again, we start going after her, but we don't get much progress before this guy shows up again.
Oh no, not this again. Ashley is freaking hot. If I were to have a tier list of females here, I would put Ada up there on the list. Alongside the one with the blue shirt. I forgot her name. And then followed by Ashley will be number 4, and then somebody else is number 3. I gotta look back. I'll post it on Discord if I ever get the chance.
Move out and draw fire, soldier.
Osman Sadler's the main boss of this game.
Oh god. Okay. Oh, here he is.
There we go. What the?
Oh, he's gone. Okay,
Wow.
he's quick. The Krauser boss fight is one of the most interesting in the game, and it's split into 2
Bro
stages.
just
The
dipped.
first
He's
one
like-
isn't even really a traditional boss fight, as you have to make your way through these dark ruins that have been set up with traps, like something out of Home Alone. Do I shoot this and blow it up? Okay.
Whoa.
Great. Okay, so there are traps on the floor. Phase 2, though, is where shit gets serious.
Oh no.
I assume not.
Dang.
Oh, not you too.
Oh hell no.
Why is everyone a mutant in this game? Oh my god.
This is the boss that's a pain in your hardcore run.
You'll be the one learning the lesson, dickhead. At this point in my stream, everyone was telling me that I needed to buy a rocket launch for this guy, because the fight was going to be insanely tough. But I wanted to prove once again that I didn't need it.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I paused at the right moment. There is one game that's like this. He had this dude. I hate when I forget the names of this kind of a thing, but it's just like this. A whole boss fight like this where the whole mutant. And there's even an older game from 2009 called Prototype? Kind of similar to this kind of a fashion when it comes to when they fight, but still. It just reminds me of one of those games.
Oh my god, he grabbed my head.
Holy
Why
smokes.
does he grab me again? Can
What?
I block that? Yeah,
If I'm fighting in this scene, I would just get a rocket launcher, just kill him, and that's it, and call it a day.
Oh my god, yeah, okay.
I wouldn't even bother doing
I
that.
don't think this is that bad. I don't think this is that bad. Ah, just that move is the worst. Climb, climb, climb.
Oh my god. He better get up there.
You used to be a good guy. Defeat Jack Krauser.
There we go.
That was easy. That was so easy.
What?
3 tries. 3.
3 tries. Do I just get a rocket launcher
Dave beats
on this
games.
man?
Dave beats Jack Krauser. Ain't nothing for me. Ain't nothing for me. The penultimate chapter of Resident Evil 4 is pretty much the closest thing to a COD campaign level you're gonna get. You've got a helicopter flying in, blowing shit up, machine
Well,
gun
that is
turrets
true, like
trying
Call
to
of
pump us full of
Duty.
lead, and a sea of enemies that we have to fight away.
I feel like Halo
It's got to
as
be my
well.
least favorite chapter in the game, because also quite like a COD campaign, there is not really much happening here story-wise until we reach the sanctuary where Ashley's been taken, but her time's running out fast.
Blessings unto him and the sweet mercy they bring.
Oh my goodness. Ada!
Ada!
Let's go.
Thank God.
She got an
Open
SMG.
lease laboratory. Oh, this is the key he gave us. Oh, it's like an operating theater. This can only go well. Come on, we got it. We got this. We got this. We got this.
Ashley,
So we're
no.
like disintegrating it from the outside. Taking out the Plagas. Did we get it? Leon! We've still got 1 chapter left.
Ashley.
I'm right here.
Keep this up. I'll be out of a job.
Oh, Ashley. You silly goose. So finally,
She's gonna
I
do it
reached the
again.
final chapter of the game.
can tell
And
by
with
that
Leon
smile.
and Ashley now cured, it was now time to escape the island. I'd been making sure to keep track of my treasures throughout my time on the island, and so near the beginning of the chapter, I found my final one. This is the last one.
A gold ingot?
Burglar! For obtaining all the treasures indicated on the island treasure map. I really wish I did the village one now. It would be so nice to have all 3 of them done. Then I made a very important save at the merchant. I'll explain why shortly, before heading into the epic final showdown with Sadler. Okay,
Oh,
what's
no.
this boy gonna turn into then?
That's not good. the fuck is
Oh
that?
my god! Oh my god! It's the eyes. It's like the big Jack Baker fight from Resident Evil 7. We gotta shoot the eyeballs. Oh, I can do this. Now, just like a load of the previous bosses, I could have quite easily used the crazy amount of money I'd earned from all the treasures on my playthrough to buy a rocket launcher and just beat this guy instantly. But come on, it's the final boss of the entire game. Cheesing this would be so wrong in my opinion. And so it was now time to once again lock in and prove once again I don't need no rocket launcher.
Bro, I'm taking a rocket launcher. I'm gonna be taking my chances. If I have a rocket launcher, I'll just take my chance to just blow this thing up. Like, ain't no way I'm gonna be struggling for a whole gun to kill this man. Like, just get the rocket launcher and just blow his ass up. I'd use that, bro.
There we go, there's one. Okay, there's another one. Now we need to get his back legs. Oh no. Okay, we can stab him. We can stab him. Oh, in the eyeball. Oh,
There we
yeah.
go. There's two left.
That's not a good hit.
Well, that ain't good.
Oh, okay, he's up there now. Oh no, the bugs are coming. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh, come on,
Those
this is
damn
just like shooting Gary,
heathens.
Dave, just like we learned, just like we practice.
Oh god.
It's not gone well.
Oh no.
Just buy the RPG? No, I'm not buying the RPG. I'll make your mind up as to where you're going.
What?
What? Why does he do that?
What?
What is that move?
How's that even possible?
Ah, it comes
Okay,
back,
that's-
doesn't it? I need to remember that.
Yeah,
Drop
that's
grenade.
mad annoying. I just get a rocket launcher and just blow him up, bro. I can't. Nate, no way.
Have we done it?
I'm not gonna struggle against that thing, bro, like that.
That's not going to be it yet. Phase 2 or something? Oh my god, what is this?
Seriously?
I literally can't even speak. I'm like, what? Okay, free
Finally.
RPG. Yes. Sayonara, bitch.
Yeah.
Your
Let's go.
small time. Defeat Osmond Sadler. Come on! Come on! That was such a good boss fight. That required precision aim, timing, patience. Well, I did use an RPG, but I didn't buy the RPG to do it. Come on! Now, any other game would have ended there and then, but not Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is a cruel game, so instead, it's now a race against time to escape the island. And one crucial thing I needed to make sure I didn't miss here was my final Clockwork Castellan. Revolution wind up! Destroy all Clockwork Castellans! Yes, we are smashing this! The only way off of the island now is by jet ski. And the devs just couldn't resist sneaking in another trophy here. Our final goal for this playthrough was to complete this whole jet ski section without taking any damage. But unlike the minecart one from earlier, it wasn't enemies I had to worry about. It was something much worse. My own driving skills. Oh.
Dang!
Okay, so it's just don't hit the wall. Okay, let's focus up, guys. God. Oh my god, this is going to be annoying, I can tell.
You gotta be a smooth runner with this. Oh, god.
I'm so focused now, man. I'm so focused. Oh my god, the screen shakes so much. Oh my god, I didn't take any damage there. Is this it? Smooth escape!
Let's go.
Escape the water scooter without taking any damage. I actually hit into so many things at the end there. Oh my god, I hit so many things at the end there, and it was just like, you know what? I'll allow it. Dave beats games. Dave beats games. Here we go. Standard playthrough, total
B.
playtime. Oh, promising agents. Complete the main story on standard mode or higher. Literally one trophy for beating that entire game. Fair enough. Plenty more to come. So there we go, guys. 18 hours in. One playthrough done. 4 more to go. Jesus Christ. To set the scene now and give you guys a full understanding of what I had left to do for this platinum, let me give you a breakdown of it all. Seriously guys, buckle up, get comfortable, there is a ton of information to go through. Playthrough number 2 was going to be focused on 3 specific trophies. Beating the game with a knife and pistol only, beating the game without using any healing items, and beating the game without ever talking to the merchant. Honestly, trying to combo these 3 together is really dumb. So I thought, you know what, let's be super dumb and chuck in a fourth for doing it all in under 8 hours. To help me out, this second playthrough was going to be on New Game Plus, meaning I could bring my weapons and inventory through from the previous playthrough. And on top of the 4 trophies I was aiming for, my other main goal would be to gather enough money to buy the most expensive item in the game, the Infinite Rocket Launcher. Yep, you heard me right. Infinite Rocket Launcher. It is as stupid as it sounds. Getting this death machine on board would be the key to beating my 3rd playthrough. A New Game Plus run on the newly unlocked hardest difficulty in the game, Professional. It's basically a super hard difficulty with no autosave, so yeah, not the most fun. Completing this playthrough would unlock 2 more trophies at once for beating the game on the 2 hardest difficulties. And on top of that, if I could beat it in under 7 hours, it would unlock 2 important items that I could then use for free on any other playthrough. I won't spoil what they are yet, but they're actually nuts and pretty much necessary for the final 2 trophies, requiring me to achieve 2 S+ ranks on separate hardcore and standard difficulty playthroughs. Getting an S+ not only requires you to beat the game in a very tight time limit, but you also need to start the game as a basic new game, not New Game Plus. So I'd be starting with no cash, no previous weapons, and of course, no Infinite Rocket Launcher. And yes, before you ask, the devs are actually cruel enough to have made it so you have to do both of these runs. Just doing the hardcore one will not count for both. And so, after all of that, plus a couple of extra random little trophies scattered in, I would have the platinum. I can only apologize for the information overload. It genuinely feels like getting this platinum requires a master's degree or something. So anyway, back to our task at hand now. It was time for playthrough number 2. Do you remember all the way earlier when I mentioned that there was a mysterious item for destroying all the Castellans? Well, that was going to come in handy right here for this knife and pistol only run. Destroying the Castellans had just unlocked the Primal Knife, the strongest knife in the entire game. What makes this knife even crazier though is that the exclusive upgrade makes it completely unbreakable. And because I'm like Magnus Carlsen and already thought 10 steps ahead, I was able to reload to that very important save at the merchant before the Saddler fight and then upgrade the Primal Knife. And so all I needed to do now to take my upgraded knife through to the next playthrough was to beat the game from this save point again, and I couldn't resist but see what this Saddler fight would be like if I used the cheeky rocket launcher. Okay, new drip.
Rocket launcher for the win, gun. Bro.
That's so wild that it actually one-shots him. Hey, we did it again! And so finally, after a bit of prep, we were ready to start up New Game Plus on the assisted difficulty and crack on with this knife and pistol only run. The combination of being on assisted difficulty with an unbreakable knife and my already upgraded pistol honestly made this playthrough a breeze from the get-go. I was able to cruise through the village without much hassle, whilst also picking up those miscellaneous trophies I'd missed the first time round due to that point of no return. Where do we do the fish? Does anyone know? It's on the north side of the lake, isn't it? Lunker Bass, is that the one? Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I am going to make a save. I'm going to sell the fish. That should pop the trophy, and then we'll reload the save, okay? The Lunker Bass, sell it. Jack of all trades. And that is for completing all the requests from the merchant. Would have been good if we'd just done that in the first playthrough, but at that point of no return where it could
Jack of all trades.
So there we go. Now, because we interacted with him, we need to load the game we just made. So that is good. Here we go. Final treasure.
There we go. Bandit.
Bandit. Obtain all treasures indicated on the village treasure map in a single playthrough. My god, I'm so happy.
So he just got the bandits. He just like shoot from the tree branch up there.
No more collectibles. Yes. Yes. Heading into the castle, I was a little worried about the bullshit catapults area that gave me some trouble earlier on. But honestly, I have no issues just sprinting straight on through this time, and I also managed to get to the Garador fight pretty quickly, where I was able to knock off another trophy thanks to my Primal Knife.
Oh my goodness! What?
So stupid. Yeah, this is for a trophy. I'm gonna kill him with a knife only. Once again, I definitely could have got this on the first run. I just wasn't aware that it was a trophy. Why are you coming this way, buddy? You gotta chill.
Never heard it coming.
Defeat a Garador using only knives. Okay, that was really easy. The playthrough was actually going so smoothly that I started working on skips and shortcuts that were available for me to use on the S+ runs later on to help with the strict time limits. And some of these are really difficult. You can skip this part by shooting the yellow hanging thing. Whereabouts? Where do I have to be? Bloody hell, how do you shoot this thing then? Oh, there! I do see it! Oh, god damn. Move slightly closer. Oh, I'm missing it! I've not got enough ammo, guys. Oh, please! Oh, I'm actually gonna look up a fucking guide for this, man. Shit! I've run out of ammo. Can I load? Okay, we're loading. We're actually gonna just sit here and do this until we get it. I just don't get it, man. I'm getting tilted over a bloody door.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, he shoots, he scores. Golazo. Man, that was thrilling. But unfortunately, not all good things last. And as I was heading into the game's second half, I'd managed to fall to a level of HP where even just a small amount of damage would kill me. And it was at this point that I was starting to think that including the no healing trophy on this run may not have been the best idea. The ogre fight, and he's very angry. It's nice to hear that other people will have them.
What?
I will say the sound of Leon's neck snapping is actually quite satisfying to hear. God.
That's ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. Dude!
I forgot about the crossbow, man. This bit is really annoying. Wait to auto heal. Yeah, the whole waiting thing is not something that I do.
What?
Maybe I should. Maybe
Bro,
I should
what?
do that.
Just got killed by random debris. Okay, that's messed up, I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't think this bit was going to be hard, but I'm just actually on 1 health. Over to the cannon. Moving on over. Bitch! Just gonna get through
Okay.
this bug bit. I actually just think I'm pretty good at... Oh my god, the one that's hidden as a rock! It
Ew.
happened again, man. I thought I ran past that, though. After shitting the bed a few too many times, I decided to actually turn my brain on and start being a bit more cautious, considering I was on 1 health, and it allowed me to smash my way through the castle and the Salazar fight. Okay, let's take this guy out. I think I read online that this can be a bit of a pain on, pistol only, on assisted still, but I really don't think it's gonna be hard. There you go, he falls again.
The no healing achievement, yeah. What
Too
the heck?
easy! Too easy! So now, it was time for the island. And
Oh,
surprisingly,
nah.
the first few areas were actually fairly easy here. Even the regenerators,
You
who I
can't
could just
heal
knife the
once.
crap out of. But what came next was by far
Oh, hell
the
no.
worst part of this playthrough. Based on
That's
the current
crazy. You
health
can't heal
situation,
once?
I was going to have to somehow beat the entire Krauser fight without taking a single hit of damage. And for the first, let's say, 30 attempts, it went about as well as you'd expect.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ, this is
My
going to be hard.
goodness.
Oh my god.
My
Okay.
goodness. Okay, that's
That
not
went well.
good.
Okay. I just got
We've
pushed
done
over and
well.
died. Fucking shit, man!
This is
Quite
so
clearly, this just
painful.
wasn't working, and I needed to come up with a new strategy fast. And it just so happens that
He's
someone
doing
in my
good by
chat
far.
recommended that I ditch the pistol and take on Krauser using only my knife. I thought this guy was barking mad, since using my knife only would put me right in the danger zone with Krauser permanently. But it turns out, that guy's an absolute genius.
The way you're going, there won't be anything left to protect. You'd have known that once.
Knife only was the strat. Knife only was actually the strat. Weskering in chat, you are a legend. W's in chat, guys. Whoa, Primal Knife is crazy. With Krauser down, it was now time for the COD campaign Stronghold section, which was just so boring. There were just too many
man.
enemies, and I was so close to finishing this out that every single death was pushing me to my limits. Oh my god, I hate you. Oh, I actually hate you. Oh my
What?
god, the crossbow dudes the crossbow dudes will always land their shot on you when they need to, when it's gonna kill you. They will always take you out. Fuck those dudes, man.
Man, that's maddening. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm just on ammo. Fuck, why did I run in that? Why did I run in the bottom of that place then? Oh my god.
Dude, what?
I've got to be quick. I've got no ammo. I might be cookie crisps, guys, unless this drops ammo. Okay, we've got 10 ammo. Oh, I hate the crossbows!
I'm not sure, Sneaky. Probably
this
for
is
next
working.
stream.
Oh my god.
So I'm just gonna
everyone's
finish off this video and that's about it. From there.
here. No!
Dang! Dude, I would have quickly evaded that moment right there. I could have quickly evaded that. If I were to be
You
him.
fucker! You fucker!
What the hell?
Where did you come from? All I could do
I
here
wanted
was
the
just
same thing, like,
persevere
where
and
did Bully
keep
come
trying.
from?
And not too long after, I was back at the same save point at the merchant before the Saddler fight, which just like earlier was going to come in clutch soon. Now, I'm going to be
Seriously?
honest, trying to beat Saddler with only a pistol and a knife, and without taking even a single point of damage the whole time, likely would have given me clinical depression. So instead, you see, using this save point as an anchor, what I was essentially able to do was split my playthrough at this point into 2 separate playthroughs, and finish off the game 2 times, covering the 4 different trophies that I was aiming to get. So for the first one, I healed myself up, obviously voiding that trophy, and then took out Saddler with the pistol, healing up throughout the fight whenever I needed.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's use another heal. Damn it, I didn't dodge that. Use another med. There we go, guys. There we go, Saddler down. Okay, guys, so when I skip this cutscene, we should get 3 trophies. Come on.
That's A.
Sprinter! That's for completing the main story within 8 hours.
Only 9
We
trophies
also
left.
get Minimalist
With the
for
eight.
completing the main story using only knives and handguns, excluding specific battles like the big rocket launcher at the end. And Silent Stranger
Now
for
7 left.
completing the main story without talking to the merchant once. There we go. The under 8 hours one was the one I was a bit more concerned about. We would have got that on the next bits of the game where we have to do the S+ runs and all that kind of stuff, but to get it done now is actually really nice just to get more trophies on the board. And so after that, all I needed to do was load up the save and close out the game again without any other restrictions other than no healing. And with those shackles now completely unchained, it was time to sell all my treasures and bring out the big guns. Okay, so that's all of our treasures inlaid. So now we talk to the laddie over here, and we're gonna sell everything in here one by one, basically. And we need 1.6
Everything's
million
in there.
overall. And look at that, guys. More than enough. Let's
That's
sell
the
all
whole
that.
loot.
And so with that, we can now buy the infinite rocket launcher. Oh yeah, let's try this out.
This
oh
is
my
gonna be
god,
madness.
infinite rocket launcher. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Easy peasy.
Easy, man.
Can I shoot Ashley? Actually, good point, yeah. I've wanted to do that for so long. Oh, I'm cooked in the head. I'm sorry,
That is
guys.
so
I'm sorry.
hilarious.
Okay.
For the amount of time she got us through all this trouble and
the no heals
annoyingness, that's what she deserves. That is hilarious.
Frugalist! Complete the main
Frugalist.
story without using a recovery item. It was now time for playthrough number 3 on professional difficulty. This difficulty is usually a true test of skill in Resident Evil 4 that's reserved only for those who are skillful and knowledgeable enough. I, however, was still none of those things. But I had an infinite rocket launcher, so who cares? Okay, let's kill our first enemy. Haha, this is gonna be so much fun.
So easy and satisfying. When you have this exact weapon, you're
I
all
am the
set.
bringer of doom. You
Bro,
will all
what
bow down
happened
to
to
me. This is going to give me a very warped view of what professional difficulty is actually like, I can tell. The funniest thing about this insane weapon is that the main threat to me beating this game wasn't even the enemies anymore. It was our favorite little sidekick.
Of course.
Salazar.
Dang! She got in the fucking way, bro. You got in the way. Why'd you... Why?
What
And
a
this
dumb
is-
bitch.
Look at this. Well, that's
When did I
not
last
easy.
save? I think I saved ages ago.
That's not going to be easy at that
But
point.
damn, we're back here, dude. Oh.
Oh no. When it comes to this kind of a thing, that is not going to be easy.
Apart from Ashley wanting to go boom a few too many times, this playthrough was an absolute blast. You get it? Blast, because like rocket launchers. Oh, who cares, man? This edit is actually breaking me. Unsurprisingly, the Krauser and Sadler boss fights that had previously been a bit of a struggle were literally like swatting flies this time around, and shortly after, playthrough 3 was done and dusted. Way!
Easy.
Professional, done. Show me my rank. I think I might be an S rank.
What happened to him? Bam.
Proficient agents for completing the main story on hardcore mode or higher, and
S rank pluses.
Peerless agent, and that is for
It's
completing
gonna be
the main
difficult.
story on professional
Yeah, it's gonna be.
mode. That was a lot of fun.
'Cause for that
3
S
hours
rank
and
mode,
19 minutes of
So
absolute
a whole lot of
mayhem.
things you
As
gotta
I
do.
already said earlier, the whole point of completing that last playthrough, other than it being absolutely hilarious from start to finish, was to unlock 2 special items that would help us out on our new game S Plus ranks. The first item here was a very flattering suit of armor for
armor?
Ashley, which made her completely invulnerable and unable to be picked up by bad guys. Essentially, it makes it so she'll be fine all game and we can completely ignore her. The second
Bruh.
item we'd unlocked, and arguably the more important of the two, was the Chicago Sweeper, a fast-firing SMG that was going to make clearing through waves of enemies way quicker, which was going to be very, very crucial for the S Plus rank runs. And you'd probably think that with everything we've unlocked at this point that we'd be ready to jump into those runs right now. But there was actually one more thing I needed to check off first. A very important trophy that I haven't even mentioned yet is Gun Fanatic, which you earn for having equipped every weapon in the game at least once. I was now left with only a single special gun to unlock, the hand cannon. So what is it you need to do to unlock this then?
The mercenaries?
No, I'm not doing it.
Oh,
Not doing it.
hell no.
Resident Evil 4's Mercenaries mode is very similar to the Resident Evil Village equivalent that I had tortured myself with a year ago. You load up a level and take out enemies in quick succession to build up a combo, all with the goal of achieving a high enough score. And to unlock the hand cannon for the Gun Fanatic trophy, I would need to achieve an S rank on every Mercenaries map. I told myself that I would never touch this game mode again, but it had to be done, and so I just decided to take a deep breath and jump in. And I can't quite believe I'm saying this. I had a lot of fun. Overall, this version of Mercenaries is so much easier than Village's version. For starters, there's only 4 levels rather than 8, but the bigger difference is that this version is technically endless. What this means in terms of getting a high score and a good rank is that it's more about skillfully surviving the overwhelming waves of enemies coming your way, and less about sprinting around trying to find the one final enemy you need for your combo, who's probably just hiding in the bog taking a shit or something. I will keep saying it until I'm blue in the face. Whoever designed Resident Evil Village Mercenaries deserves to be burned at a stake, but this version, much better. And so after not too much effort and quite a bit of fun, I grinded my way through all of these maps, nailing those S ranks. Okay, so if I go to this typewriter, we now have the hand cannon. So when I equip this, I should get Gun Fanatic. Oh, I haven't equipped the Chicago Sweeper as well. There we go, Gun Fanatic. Obtain all weapons.
Alright. There's 3 more
So
to
here we
go.
are, guys. Only 2 trophies left standing between me and the Platinum. And it's probably about time that I revealed a little secret. I've been lying to you. A lot. I've kept saying throughout this video that the standard and hardcore S Plus trophies do not stack if you just complete the game on hardcore. However, it gets a bit more interesting than that. If you're brave enough and you decide to attempt and succeed in getting the S Plus rank on professional difficulty, you actually unlock both trophies from one playthrough. Now, I've already mentioned it a ton. Professional difficulty really is insane. But for the S Plus rank, it somehow gets even worse. To ensure that the challenge of professional
Oh my
S+
goodness.
inflicts the most pain possible, the devs added an extra requirement that you aren't allowed to save more than 15 times. Comboing with the fact that there are just no autosaves
Seriously?
on professional difficulty at all meant that dying at certain points during the playthrough would actually set me back up to half an hour earlier, making achieving that 5.5 hour goal pretty impossible. But even with all of that doom and gloom, and having told myself this whole time that I was not even going to bother attempting this, I just knew that I had to give it one go. For the content. And I was going to help myself out a little bit. I found out that inside the store for a very cheap price, you can actually buy these tickets that allow you to unlock the exclusive upgrade one time for a weapon of your choice on a future playthrough. And for the Chicago Sweeper, the exclusive upgrade just so happens to be infinite ammo with no reloads. Literally, just spray and pray. And as soon as I found out this was possible with the challenge ahead of me, I was sold. But the biggest issue with this plan was something I didn't even realize until I started my first attempt. Remember, S+ requires me to start on a fresh new game with no prior inventory. And so, even though I could access the storage in Chapter 1 to get the Chicago Sweeper with very little ammo, I wouldn't then be able to get the upgraded infinite ammo until the merchant in Chapter 2. And so my first challenge, which gatekeeps most people from even bothering with S+ Professional, was surviving the village ambush. Dying here would basically mean restarting the entire game again from the beginning, and so I thought the best idea was to just haul ass. Oh my god, they are so quick! Chainsaw Man is behind me. We're gonna go to the right, then duck to the left. No, you gotta run fast, Leon. I'm gonna use a heal here. Shit. Shit.
Oh my god, that old man's
Gotta
just...
be almost close now.
That old man's relentless.
Oh my god, we did it.
Lucky.
That's one of the worst bits. Skip cutscene. Woo, okay. With the first chapter closed out on my first attempt, I could not have been more relieved. And after a short chat with the merchant, I had my exclusive upgrades online. Okay, we've got the infinite ammo sweeper now. Now, I know that this doesn't do, like, crazy damage or anything. What the? Okay, cool. I can do, like, cool moves. Even with all these upgrades, there was no guarantee that I was going to be skillful enough to actually pull off this S+ on Professional, and this first encounter in the valley did not fill me with confidence. Dynamite. Okay. Wow, okay, you can get blown up on the other side of the wall.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, this
What
is,
the
this is
heck?
insane. I'm just getting hit by dynamite.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
No!
That was
dynamite
on.
in his
That was
hand.
instant.
Fuck, I didn't realize.
That was instant.
Why am I doing a dance?
What the?
I'm dead. Why the fuck did I do a dance, man? Why did you do a dance when you press reload with an infinite ammo gun? You fucking do a dance and stand there. The silver lining of this valley section being so tough was that it gave me a much better feeling for Professional as a whole, and how to best utilize all my new weapons. And with that knowledge, I was able to push through the rest of the village area with only a couple of mistakes. Now back inside the castle, I knew that there were a few specific rooms that were gonna give me grief. The first potential pain point was this room I mentioned earlier, where the red shaman guards one of the animal heads. But because I'd planned ahead, I'd learned that there was a pretty nuts skip here that only required one grenade, so all I needed to do was clutch up. So I'm gonna do the bridge.
That's the only way to
Try
get through
that
this
out.
stuff.
God bless the bridge skip. Because that can be a horror room if you don't do bridge skip. Oh wow. Imagine I died to this guy. Imagine. I would have literally fucking cried. Very soon after that, though, was another pain point, where I had to get through the ballroom full of bugs and the double Garrador room back to back with no saves.
Oh no.
Which is probably the toughest combo of rooms in the entire Professional playthrough. And with no skips or clever ways to get through this initially didn't go too well. God fucking damn it.
Oh no, no,
dead.
not this
I
again.
love the bugs. They're so fun to play against. They just blend in. I know that's
Press
what they're doing.
right
They're
on his
camouflage.
face.
Fucking hell, man. Double Gyarados, guys.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just getting cooked. I'm just gonna die here. All the bells are gone, man. Yamcha's dead. Shit, now I'm gonna go back through the bugs again. Oh. But on attempt number 3, with only a heavy grenade and a dream, I made this happen. Oh my god. Oh my god, we did it. Oh, imagine it. If I didn't have enough for another heavy grenade there, I was going to be cooked. For Verdugo, there was no way in hell I was having this be a fair fight, so I bought my first rocket launcher and put him straight in the dust. And shortly after, I managed to blast my way through the double ogre fight in the mines as well. So apparently if you hug this guy's butt cheek, it's the
Hey, yo.
easiest. Come on! Fuck you, both of you. Oh. At this point, I felt like all I could do was win. I was making solid time and the end of the castle area was in my sight. But a part that I'd overlooked and was completely unprepared for was the first Krauser fight. And this was gonna bend me over. Okay. Need to be good with my parrying here.
The bugs can go camouflage by
No,
the
fuck this.
camouflage is
Yeah, I just
that's
had to
even
completely.
worse. If they actually do camouflaging.
He's gonna kill me. Oh, good shit! In theory, this fight shouldn't be the worst, but for the whole playthrough so far, I'd made the mistake of barely upgrading my primal knife in favor of dumping all of my money into upgrades for the Chicago Sweeper, meaning my knife was doing very little damage. And to make things even worse, despite there being a save point available just before this fight, I'd foolishly already made one at the top of the bug's nest about 5 minutes earlier, and now I couldn't afford to use any of my few remaining saves here. As a result, every death in this fight would mean another 5-minute run past the bugs,
That's how
trying
you
not to
die
take
from
any
the
damage.
bugs.
And I was really starting to worry that even if I beat this soon,
I might
have screwed myself
feel
out.
annoyed from that. Camouflaging themselves and then getting killed like this.
Fucking hell! How is he not
Seriously?
dead? Now I wish I'd leveled up my primal knife for this exact bit, and I know people have been saying for a while, level up your knife, level up your knife. I just didn't. I just forgot. Apologies, I'm tilting off the face of the fucking planet right now. I don't feel confident on this one either. Like, I don't think I'll get mad if I die on this one, because I just don't actually feel confident.
Come on.
Oh my god, I did it.
Oh my goodness.
What did save me a nice chunk of time in the Salazar fight was a little Easter egg. Literally, all the way back in the village while exploring around the lake, I found this golden egg, which at the time, I didn't really know what it did. Well, it turns out that Salazar here is not the biggest fan of eggs.
And that's how you just kill him easily like this. Oh, spam.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Nice and easy. Egg strat done. It's the first time I've done the egg
Saints Row
strat. Heading
reboot.
into the island, I was absolutely dialed in. I was also on about 4 energy drinks and no food at this point, which I would not recommend whatsoever, but it must have been working
hell.
because I was tearing through everything in sight. There was nothing that could stop me. I didn't even think twice about attempting the Krauser and Sadler fights for the final time without a rocket launcher in my hands. We've got to evade, turn around.
Bam!
Okay, Krauser down. Run over here, turn around. Sadler takes the
So
big
satisfying.
L.
Oh, Ada.
Pick up the rocket launcher. He's dead. With this insane journey now potentially coming to a close, I couldn't help but think of everything I'd gone through to get here. There have been so many stumbling blocks, failures, and honestly some of the lowest moments I've had gaming for content on this channel. But right beside all of that, there's been these epic wins, hilarious moments of gameplay, and times where I've proven to myself and to you guys that I can overcome some of the toughest challenges that this game could throw at me. And it all now comes down to right here. I knew I hadn't gone over 15 manual saves, but had I done enough to achieve that S+? Let's go, guys. Here we go. Let's not crash. This is going to be really anticlimactic if I fucking crash now. Come on, please. Just don't crash. Just don't crash.
Indeed it is, Alfredo.
Oh my god, the clock.
It's 2 minutes. Oh, thank goodness. Come on. Let's see the trophies. The ranks. S+. Let's go.
S+ professional.
Mission accomplished.
S+. Complete the main story on standard mode with an S+ rank. No, I didn't. I did it on professional. S+ rank investigator. Complete the main story on hardcore mode with an S+ rank. No, I didn't. I did it on professional. Because boredom kills me. All trophies in Resident Evil 4. Oh my god.
Obtained.
I'm so glad we got that done, man.
W.
Oh god. Oh, that's so good for the video,
You got the platinum trophy, baby. Just look at this.
Professional S+ and I didn't go for the standard. That platinum was rough, man. My thoughts on Resident Evil 4. It's quite clear that this game is a masterpiece when it comes to survival horror games. There's a reason why the original is critically acclaimed, and this remake is just insanely good. And now that this platinum's finally over and that professional S+ run's done, you should go and watch this video next, because the insane run on Outlast 2 makes this professional run look like a piece of cake. Seriously, go watch this platinum video next.
Oh my goodness. After watching this, him going through all the suffering and pain and even moments in this game, holy smokes, dude. Oh man. Man, now you know what you have to do to go through all this stuff. That is madness. If I were to be you, bro, I'd just get the infinite rocket launcher and start blasting through. That is exactly what I would do. Just get that rocket launcher, then bam. Just kill them all. I don't feel like doing way too much. Just kill them all with that rocket launcher. That's like the most easiest thing ever. By far is what I would use. But dang. Actually, I'm gonna keep this on the for next stream. Where is it at? Let me see this. The floor is lava? Hold on. I'm trying to put this in my search history just so I can remember. For next stream though. So I'm not going to forget about Sneaky's video.
Today, I'm going to try to qualify.
That'll be the first thing we'll be watching when... Wait. Heavy Splat Never Lets You Down?
Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Purgatory, and we are back.
But yeah, I'll watch that when... next week. Because I know I'm really tired of this, because I did like a whole lot of things today. And now I got work. Sometimes whenever I think about this work, it feels like it's not really justifiable to just keep going there by taking public transportation, especially driving as well. Just for them to maybe work, just for me to just work 2 hours each day. Like Monday today probably might be 5 hours, and Tuesday to Friday just 2 hours, which is for nothing. Not really getting anything out of that. Plus it's too far too, the job itself, which actually just sucks. So probably just find a different job. Hopefully I get accepted for that other one. But anyways, let me read this. Well, they're in the shooting range for the real Deadeye trophy, man. Yeah, it was really difficult. Like, the amount of endless of pain and attempts and suffering that he had to go through was really bad. Was just too much, honestly. Just rocket launch the whole thing just makes me just want to do. Like, just rocket launch that bitch and that's it. My goodness. But anyways, more difficult than any other shooter games. well, that's going to be the end of today's stream, everyone. So glad I get to use this channel every Sunday at this point, and any other day as well. So thank you guys for coming out tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to join the Discord server if you guys are new. And I'll see you guys in the next one.